Sorry I'm late, I was taking a big shit. I'm Kevin Logan. And joining me, as ever, it would not be a happy hour without her. It's Dr. Christie, Dr. Christie, Dr. Christie Winters.
That's nice. I like that one. I like that one. I'm just gonna let that go until you were done.
Thank you.
Let you get that out of your system.
Well, I did. Thank you. I needed that. I needed the sweet release of getting fully through the beats there. How are you, Krista?
Yeah, fine. I just had like a day where I was buried in my computer with numbers and concepts and stuff, and I find it sometimes difficult to come back into the world when I've been very internal all day. So sorry, I will try to be more social.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
You know how I know I don't waste my days, Krista?
No, I don't know.
I was thinking about bears today.
Uh-huh. Which kind? The human kind or the animal kind?
Well, no, not the hairy homosexual man on this
Okay.
on this particular occasion.
Fine.
No, the forest dwelling ursine creatures.
Wow, you and your Latin phrases. Look at you go.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. You could say I was a Latin Ursa Major. I wasn't a major in Latin. That is a lie. Anyway, I was thinking, right, you know how I was watching a TikTok of like it's from a rescued animals zoo place in like
that's nice.
San Diego or somewhere. I don't fucking know. And it was a bear, right, who'd like had a tough life, but was like happy now, and they were all like playing in the dirt and fucking around, and I was like, bears need to get this into their heads, right? They need to get with the fucking program. If you're not friends, why are you friend-shaped?
What?
Why are they're shaped and act like friends? But if you invite them into your house, they will fucking eat you.
Not all of them and not all the time. But they will.
Bears will fuck you up, okay?
They can. They definitely
exactly.
can.
That's what I'm
Especially
thinking,
if it's
right?
a mama bear and her cubs are around.
Exactly. Like, how awesome would it be, right, to have a bear friend, right? Because I've worked out with the bears, right? They are a mixture of onesie, carpet, and beanbag, all rolled into one. Right? How awesome would it be to snuggle with a big fucking bear on the sofa?
Yeah,
Not sexual. It doesn't. It's totally platonic.
Affectionately.
Right?
Yeah.
Friendly snuggle with the carpet onesie beanbag creature on a cold night on the sofa watching some TV. It'd be fucking amazing. Right?
I mean, as long as they get rid of all of their like ticks and fleas and things.
Well, you know what, bears? I'll meet you halfway. Come into my house. I've got a shower. I'll get some shampoo. We'll sort out the ticks and fleas situation. You'll be happy with that. I mean, you can still do the thing against the tree if you like it. That's cool. But it's not necessary anymore, right? And we can snuggle up on the couch. It'd be fucking awesome. I will buy you salmon. Okay? Fuck having to go into the river like a peasant. I will go to the store for you and buy you salmon. And we can snuggle. But no, the bears won't even fucking negotiate.
I suppose if you like fed bears enough salmon, they would be less tempted to treat us like food.
Yeah, but they're still like that. Even when they're playful, they can still like tear you to pieces.
Yeah, they do
accident.
have massive claws.
They need to be really careful with that shit, and they're just not prepared to. So you've got a choice, bears. You either need to become friendly with the humans or get a lot uglier.
Can you say what the mix was again? A onesie,
a carpet, and a beanbag. That's what a bear is, in essence, right? The snuggliest fucking creature ever.
See, this is why I keep coming back, Kevin.
And I was thinking to myself, I spent about an hour thinking about that, right? And I thought to myself, I don't waste my afternoons.
All right, yeah. I was doing an analysis of measures toward gender attitudes clustered by how attitudes group together.
No bears involved in this at all so far.
Zero bears. There were no bears involved in my analysis.
Bears, no TV, no snuggling, no salmon, nothing. Rubbish.
Nope.
Well, again, you know what? Trump's right. Stop engaging in academia. It involves no bears.
What has knowledge ever done for us?
Exactly. Just think about bears and that.
And that.
That's all you gotta do. Think about some bears. It's fucking awesome.
Excellent. Yeah.
You won't see me trying to trans a bear. Although if bears want to become trans, that's entirely their business.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, well, that was Thank you for sharing that, Kevin.
I'm glad. Well, I'm glad I could. Actually, another animal-based one I had.
Yeah.
Some bird shat on Rory's little statue thing outside.
Oh
So I think I'm going to have to kill all bears in the world. Not bears.
Yeah.
All birds in the entire world, because I don't know which one of them did it.
Can't you like make a little, I don't know, umbrella over it so that
Well, Christy, you're not. See, you're planning ahead. I'm thinking
Yeah.
to myself, what can we do now to punish the animals that need to be punished? I don't know which one of them. Unless one of them fesses up, I'm going to have to kill all birds in order to make sure I definitely get the guilty one.
This seems disproportionate.
You come up with a better way.
Put a little umbrella over it.
That
Like a
doesn't punish the wrongdoer. That just protects it in future.
You're just going to have to accept that as vandalism.
No,
Kevin, I'm sorry.
Christy, this crime cannot go unpunished. Okay? So unless you know of some sort of bird detective,
I do not.
well then.
Ah.
See, I've tried to meet you halfway. You got no plan for this. So I'm going to have to murder all the birds. And I apologise in advance to all the innocent birds. But unless you're prepared to grass and stitches don't get snitches don't get stitches because you don't have opposable thumbs. So the idea of surgery doesn't make any sense at all in the bird world.
It's fine for them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. You might get pecked.
Might get a little bit pecked. Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh.
Thanks for coming, everyone. See you later. Bye.
And that's our show for tonight. Hope you enjoyed it, everyone.
Goodbye from me and goodbye from Christy. Say goodbye, Christy.
Goodbye. Yeah, I've got something fun to share.
Go on then. What you got?
All right, let me get back. I have to big up my screen. I was getting it all ready for you. There you go.
What we got?
Take a look at that beauty.
Oh, actually, you want to show me it? Oh, I have to put it on the screen.
Yeah.
I have to take off the newest set of JD Vance face mashups. We're a week in now, and I'm still got fresh ones. There's one you would, I think, particularly enjoy.
Yeah, mashed up with whom?
Coach Deadpill.
Oh God! Is that what people call him now?
Well, that's what I fucking call him because
I
he's
mean,
dead.
it's appropriate.
He is
fit.
all dead in that.
Well, if you would have just left Ukraine when the war started instead of shilling for Putin and trying to make those ruble bucks.
True. Anyway, so what are we down to now? 2:26.
Yep. Oh, it started the morning at 2:52.
2:52.
Yeah, so we're down $35 on the day.
Nice.
13% on the day. So enjoy that. That's fun. That's another, I don't know, a few billion off of his net worth.
Yeah, good.
So,
and it hurts him doubly because he's got so much in loans set against the price of this. So it costs him, well, I don't know about double, but it costs him a lot more to do, to have that price drop so precipitously.
Oh, I will stop sharing. It's a static image. It's not that exciting. I mean, we could, in theory, I can go down to, can you get a minute? Oh, I could watch it a minute at a time, but I really don't know if people want to see that level of minutia of watching stock prices. It might not be very exciting.
So anyway, I was thinking about bears, and
so I'm stopping sharing now. And also just watching, because I like my Schadenfreude. I do enjoy it. I watch market, CNBC, not Fox Business. I don't watch fucking Fox Business, but Bloomberg. I'll have a look at Yahoo Finance videos and CNBC videos. And then I'll watch some independent creators who are Tesla fanboys. Oh my God, the cope. It's like Copacabana all over.
Well, they have to. I think it's possibly because if you're still on the not Trump, but if you're on the Elon
Tesla?
train, you've bought in so much that you are literally the personification of sunk cost at this point.
Yeah, they keep thinking,
they can't get out.
Once his robots come out, his robots are going to come out the same time full self-driving comes out. And we've been waiting for that for almost 6-7 years now. I mean, I was reading an article today about how in 2021, Elon decided, why do we need, stalks for turn signals? That's stupid. We're going to have full self-driving. We don't need them. Just take them out. It's coming this year. and then people would have to I don't even know how people signaled left and right turns. And so that never showed up. So they started putting them back on.
Of course they have, because he's a fucking idiot. Has he ever made a promise that he stuck to? Ever?
I can't think of any.
Including his marriage vows?
Yeah.
Never.
Anyway, I could go deep into why Tesla is a failing company, but that would just be me being nerdy. So we can skip that part.
So anyway, I was thinking about bears.
Yeah. So I just wanted to share that little schadenfreude with the chat, just so we can all enjoy.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, we're back to Dirty Dancing, huh?
Well, no, it's no. It's
Vancing.
Dirty Vancing.
I see.
I also quite like the one which is JD France, and it's literally his
Which is
face
the one-
as France.
What's this one? Him with the chicken nuggets floating.
That's
I'm
just him as a fat person eating KFC in a.
Okay. Did you
thing.
hear Hooters is I think closing or declaring bankruptcy or something?
Is it? Oh well, that doesn't surprise me. It's a bit old-fashioned now, isn't it?
Who is that? Is that him as Tim Pool?
That is him as Tim Pool, and the next
How?
one.
Oh my God! It's pathetic that I recognized that was Tim Pool based on because it's the only picture I've ever seen of him without his hat on. So it's. Oh, that's him as Coach Deadpill. Okay. Yeah.
So now Christy's describing things that you saw 15 seconds ago, Joe.
Yeah, we're lagged. Yeah, the video's lagged and we're ahead of time. So.
True.
Okay. Anyway, we should probably stop this because it's gonna be boring for the audience to hear me react to something that they've already seen.
Well, I don't know. Okay. Which one do you want to take a look at?
I give whatever you want. I gave it to me. I don't want to make any more decisions. I've made enough decisions. I have decision fatigue.
I'm annoyed that you didn't respond to my image there of how to bedazzle your butthole on a budget.
Was I supposed to?
You don't have to. Like, it is obviously it's optional, but like I thought that was good. I said, yeah, I read theory. I thought that was a good joke.
Yeah, I laughed. I guess I didn't react, but then again, you pretty much blank most of my content. So.
That is true. But to be fair, Christy, I am a feckless idiot, and you aren't.
Right. So as a consequence, I should give you more validation while you continue to give me none, because that's equitable.
Christy, I see this as yeah.
What are you, my mother?
Yeah, basically, I am your mother.
I call her every week, and she's called me 3 times since I moved to Europe.
Well, take the fucking hint, bitch.
It's just an expectation thing. It's all I don't know what time it is there. I don't know. Look at a fucking clock. Do math. Ask the internet.
I don't know what time it is there. Well, I mean.
Aw, thanks, non-binary. I appreciate your validations. It's fine. It's fine. It was just a joke.
Christy doesn't need my validation. She has amazing tits. What else do you need?
Yeah, sometimes I walk around and I just bounce them up and down because they're there.
Think of your back, woman. What are you doing?
I know. I have to always kind of keep a big hoop on me, just to balance things out. Sports bra or something. Yeah, like a sports bra. You gotta get a big piece of fabric that is stretchy so that it anyway. So
okay.
Which one did you pick?
I haven't picked one yet. I don't know.
How about should we watch that British reporter dismantles bootlicker?
I think I already watched this. Yeah.
Oh, with the chat.
Yeah, and she sort of left, didn't she?
Yes.
Yeah, I already watched this.
Okay. I think Germany's historic debt deal is dry. I will say
it's dry, and also I don't want to watch positive things about foreign countries, given how shit my country and your country are.
It's not so positive. It's more discussing the implications of lifting these debt caps in order to upgrade infrastructure and military spending. But anyway, how about
should we go with Legal Eagle?
Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. We can do that one. I didn't watch all of it. I only watched the first couple of minutes. Okay,
see, now you can't throw water on it like that.
Well, just because I didn't want to, I wanted to live react.
Okay, but there was a chat. Back me up here. There was a lack of enthusiasm in that response.
Well,
that suggested.
I wanted to just watch this nerdy guy. I wanted to see your reaction to the guy who does art of value because.
Oh, do you want to do that one first then?
Yeah, just because I was kind of looking forward to. Well, I just
Christy,
said art of value, and you said Legal Eagle. You countered, and then I was.
I didn't know that was what it was called. I just suggested one, and look, Christy, in future, just say do that fucking one, and then I understand that's the one you want to do.
All right.
We
do
are
that
like
fucking
6 years in at this point. It shouldn't be this difficult. Anyway. Oh yeah, because I'm such a consistent person that you can definitely respond to in that way. Fuck off, Kev. Anyway. If you want me to fuck off, you can do so in the form of bits and subs and subscriptions and memberships and that. See what I did, Krista? I got
and
a
stuff.
and stuff.
That, yeah. Yeah. So
So
I'm
explain
interested in-
what the fuck this is.
It's just this older gentleman, shall we say, a gentleman of advanced years. Not that advanced, not like Gene Hackman, 95 years old advanced. But he does this little roundup, and he includes video clips, and he looks a little bit like Kilroy, I guess.
Yeah. It looks a bit like Kilroy. What is this image? Oh my word. Hang on. Sorry. So 255 has sent me a thing.
Okay.
Hang on. I might as well share it with you. As I'm not even sharing anything yet. I was about to start playing the fucking video. What does it say? Kev wins a new car. Thanks. I think I'd literally rather just get places by using my balls as a space hopper.
True. I can see you saying that.
I almost certainly have said that.
That looks like what? Definitely a European license plate on there. I can't tell what country though.
It says AL, so possibly Albania?
Yeah. Possibly.
Or Alabama, and they've just gone mental.
Absolutely, 100% not Alabama.
What, because it's in English?
Oh, no, because of the license plate. I know what American license plates look like. That is
Have
not
you ever been to Alabama?
I've been through Alabama on my way to Florida.
So you have been to Alabama then?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know if like riding in a car and getting out at a gas station to pee counts, but if you say so,
well,
yes.
if there's one place you're bound to notice, you've got more chance of noticing license plates, it would be on the road.
Wait, I need to make sure I didn't mess up Alabama with Georgia. I have to look at a map of the United States.
They're right next to each other, aren't they?
Yeah, but do you go through? Yeah, because we came down through Kentucky and Tennessee, so we might have cut across Alabama and then gone to Georgia because we were going down on like the Atlantic coast side of Florida. So maybe.
So anyhow, I was thinking about bears.
They're fun.
They're
like a onesie and
I'm
a
sure
carpet
Kevin
and a
would like
beanbag
to
all
wish
wrapped into one.
255
Really
AD a
are.
happy
Really are.
birthday.
Thank you, Wayward Historian with Bitty Bits, who says, I'm sure Kev would like to wish 255 AD a happy birthday. I would indeed, because he's a fucking legend. Yes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Happy birthday. Another year older, another year wasted, another year closer to death. But look at it this way. Life's so shit. Life's so shit here in Britain, death will be sweet release. So
sorry. Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh at that. I just happened to see a headline.
Okay.
X is down again. Elon Musk confirms massive cyber attack as former Twitter site.
Oh, was that what it was? I thought it was just my computer being slow earlier, and I was like,
yeah,
I
thought I got rate
off.
limited. I went to look at how people were reacting to the price of Tesla. But yeah, X is having a bad day that appears to be getting worse. The social media site X, formerly known as Twitter. This is, by the way, from techradar.com. Has been having a very bad Monday so far, with users reporting its third outage of the day, and it might not be the last.
Well, I'm glad the person in charge of this isn't in charge of everything in America.
Yes. I'll just skip down. Musk has now commented and claimed that, quote, there still is a massive cyber attack against X, unquote, which was, quote, done with a lot of resources, unquote.
Oh, God, I hope it was Russia. That would be amazing.
So that would explain why X is continuing to have major issues over 8 hours from when they started. Yeah, well, I guess, when you only have 20% of your staff, you can't run a business very well, can you?
No, he's look, as I say in the title of this, he's a fucking loser.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, so, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, 255, how old are you?
Yeah, happy birthday. Sorry to interrupt with Schadenfreude.
See, this is what I mean, not 255, who sent me this? Phantom of Black. This is exactly what I mean. Look at this. Bears need to cut this shit the fuck out.
The return of the sausage.
Everyone looking at these bears eating apple
Also,
immediately.
Brock is Brock.
Mm-hmm.
And then someone responds, you can't pet bears, you can't pet bears, you can't pet bears. Exactly, look at that. Look how fucking awesome they look. I want to go and muck around in some apples with the bears. but you can't. And that
You really need to stay away.
Yeah, no, exactly. Right? And it's not fair. You need to look like spiders or some shit. Not be as big as you are and spiders. You need to be ugly as fuck, so I don't want to hug you. And don't name things bear hug. That's so fucking irresponsible. Sarah, go
on. Do you know the tragic tale of the guy who loved bears?
Is this the guy that went to live with the bears and then got eaten by bears?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why you don't pet bears.
Exactly. Like, as soon as you hear the story, oh, there's a guy who went to live with bears, you knew he was going to get killed by bears.
I mean, you know that's how the story ends.
Yeah, they're fucking bears.
They're bears.
Like, I mean, to be honest with you, though, it's his fault. It really is. The bears don't want you there. They're not like, they don't get on with people, as previously discussed. So stay away from the fucking bears. It's weird. Anyway, thank you, Kieran, with also Grok is broken. Well, yeah, obviously. Nice. Yeah, good.
That's awesome.
Honestly, I feel like AI attacks are like the old frame breaking thing. Like, that's the modern version of it. And for legal reasons, I will say that's bad and you shouldn't ever do it. For legal reasons. Anyway, so, yeah. Yeah. It's bad. Don't do it. But what's good is giving me money. Because we're on a hype train. If we get to level 2 of the hype train, I will dance a happy little jig.
Yeah, that's a nice thing. I mean, you won't, but...
I'll be off screen, but I'll do it in your honour, chat. And I promise you, right? If you do it, I won't pet the bears. And you know how much I want to pet the bears. Anyway. You're not responding to that at all, Krista. You give me nothing.
Nope. I'm waiting for you to play the fucking video.
Can I just say, American chanting is shit. American chanting's always like...
They're trying.
I mean, they're trying, don't get me wrong, but like...
I actually thought it rhymed. It was pretty good.
No, it rhymes, right? But it's always like... 1, 2, 3, me, 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 me. It's the same, like, monotonous beat. What you need to do is take lessons from European football fans and sing things to classical music.
Okay, give us an example then.
No.
You drew this line in the sand, and you're calling them out, so I want to hear...
Okay, well, the Birmingham City song is called Keep Right On, and it's set to an old classic Scottish song.
Let's hear it.
I'm not fucking singing it, you're mental.
You sing all the time. You literally sang my way, my intro tonight.
Yeah, but I also went... Like...
Oh my god, I don't understand you. You're so fickle. You'll like do X, but you won't do Y, even though Y is the same as X.
It's not the same. You put me on the spot.
Here's the thing is, you can't criticize the American chants if you can't show up a better one.
I'm not doing a chant. I'm just saying their chant shit.
Well,
I didn't claim to be a fucking champion chanter. That's not how it works. I can understand someone being shit at a thing. Doesn't mean I can do it better. I'm a critic, not an artist. Anyway.
My name's Frankie, and I'm getting arrested today protesting...
Hey, my middle name's Francis. I'm a Frankie.
Oh, right, Kevin F. Logan, that's right, I forget.
Hello. No one's ever called me Frank, though. Which is fair enough, because it's a middle name. Who gives a fuck?
Musk bought his way into office. He bought his way into heading a government agency. He bought his power at the expense of the American people.
So Tesla stocks continuing to take a big dive. I reported last week, and now the protests against...
Who did you say he looked like?
Kilroy. The little bald thing that hangs over the sides of the
wall. I thought... Okay, see, I'm British and a bit old. I thought you meant Robert Kilroy Silk. Sorry.
Oh, God, no, not that Kilroy. Sorry,
to share
no.
Or to shaft.
Oh, God. Dun, dun, dun. No, the little guy who pokes his nose over the sides of walls.
I was here.
Exactly. Yeah. Kilroy was here.
Yeah, Kilroy, yeah. Also, he's got a little bit of a nussy going on. Neck pussy. A little bit.
Tesla against Elon Musk have been intensifying over this past weekend. It's been week by week, and they really have been ramping up. So I'll show you some videos and pictures of that in this. And Elon Musk has started to react to it. He hasn't said much about it, but he's been saying quite a lot, and his mom as well. So we'll look at that. Let's get into it. I'm JJ. Welcome back. So Tesla shares have declined every week since Elon Musk went to Washington with Doge. So it's not going well for him from that point of view. And we can see the stock, just to catch up, it's 45.26% down now from that peak.
Australian voices
Oh, is that his accent? Okay.
quite annoying at times. Like, yeah. See, this is how I would look hugging a bear, though. Look how distressed I look. I'm not enjoying that. I would be like, oh shit, this bear's going to fuck me up, man. Oh no. Whereas what I want to do is be able to relax with the bear.
But you know what he's not doing, which I appreciate, there's one particular, are they called states, provinces?
In Canada?
No, in Australia.
States.
They're states, yeah. There's one particular state where people have this habit of always putting the question mark at the end of their phrases.
The Australian inflection. Yes.
Oh my God. There was one episode of My Kitchen Rules with two ladies from whatever state that is. And they're the only ones who did that, but they always did it. Like in every clause, they would always raise their tone.
It's very Valley Girl, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's very, very annoying.
Like there are times when that tone raise is important to do the connector, but mostly you don't need it.
Also, oh no, that's just a sound. Why is that a response to anything? Stop it, Australia. Stop it. Also, look how fluffy that fucking bear looks. God, I want to pet the bear.
Have you turned into a white woman, Kevin?
I have turned into a white woman. Oh,
like,
come here, baby.
Picking up opossums with their mouths hanging open, drooling, being like, look how cute he is. Can we take him home?
Yeah, he is awesome, though.
Peak in December, so really not going well. And now we have this sort of thing. Tesla at risk of 95% crash, claims billionaire hedge fund manager. We've had these from time to time.
Wow. Well, maybe you hedge fund cunts shouldn't have believed everything he ever said and actually gone by the actual value of the company.
All right. In fairness, Tesla, a lot of professionals say that Tesla is incredibly, insanely overvalued. It's not trading it's not trading based on rational metrics. It's trading because it's a meme stock, not like it's an actual stock.
Well, that's what I mean. That's literally the point I was making.
Yeah, but it wasn't hedge fund managers they were the ones who were basically saying this is overvalued, not saying that it was.
Right, but plenty of hedge fund managers have invested in this, clearly.
Well, yeah, because if they see dumb people throwing their money at it, they're going to put their money in it too.
Like, there's no way he was ever worth 400 billion. Shut the fuck up. That's ridiculous.
No, he sells a pipe dream. And Tesla has put out what I read? One car in the last 5 years. And you know what it was?
Shite bags.
It was a Cybertruck, and
it was the fiery death machine.
Yeah. Which can't even be on the roads in Europe because you can't drive it in the cities, but the safety measures, because we don't want to also the stuff that they're getting rid of nutrition committees, all this kind of stuff. I'm really going to go for my German citizenship as soon as I get my paperwork, get back into my office where they've moved because we were doing renovations. All my stuff is packed away in storage right now. And I just really want to get going on my paperwork for my German citizenship because the US is fucking scary right now.
Just in time for them to elect some Nazis.
Well, 2026, you think we're actually going to get, fair elections? You think we're going to get elections?
Oh, in America? Oh, sorry. Okay. No, I mean, yeah, in Germany.
Germany, we just had our election, so hopefully the government won't collapse.
But there's still Nazis, though. There's still Nazis.
Yeah, but they're not actively running the government like they are in America.
True. Oh, don't show me bald bear. Oh my God. Is that what they look like?
But bear's bald?
A bald bear. It looks
like a cat when it's wet?
No, it looks...
Or a hairless cat?
It looks like a tortured bollock or something. What the fuck is that thing?
I just imagine... Oh, yeah, it looks like a hairless cat. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh my god! Oh, that's not friend-shaped. That's fucking awful. Also, why has he got a fucking Liam Gallagher haircut? Who the fuck did that to him? That's just cruel.
Today was gonna be the
Exactly.
day they're gonna throw it back to you.
It's fucking Paul Weller circa 1981. What is this?
So we were making dinner the other weekend when my friend was over, and I
Right.
decided just as background noise, just to put on Wonderwall. And yeah, we got to Wonderwall, and he goes, the song everyone learns guitar on for the first guitar song.
It really is. Because it's, for a start, it's 3 fucking chords. And it's played at that strummy kind of pace that's not too taxing.
No, not at all.
So it's perfect.
Oh God, I saw this hilarious little clip. Do you vaguely remember the song Clint Eastwood by
Gorillas?
Yes.
Bom, 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 bom.
Yeah, not that one in particular. They have another song called Clint Eastwood.
Oh, is that not Clint Eastwood? What's
That's
that
Feel
one?
Good.
Oh,
That's
is it?
Feel
I
Good.
don't fucking know.
Feel
Okay.
Ba-da-da-dum-bum. Feel good. But he was being Damien. What's his name? I can't remember.
Happy. I'm feeling.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
Yeah,
Yep, I got sunshine in a bag.
Yeah.
Yep, that one. So he's being interviewed about that song, and he goes, "Oh yeah, that just came off of this, like automatic music generator. It was setting 1 on like a commercial thing, like the whole song."
So hang on. Wouldn't they get
didn't even
sued
write
for
that.
that?
Just-
Wouldn't you get sued because that's not your music then, is
It
it?
is when you like put it out. I think when it's like a Casio default kind of thing. I don't know if they can copyright that.
Oh, I don't know.
But yeah, when
Okay.
you listen to that is just what they found on a random fucking like electronic music generator, and they threw a little like drum kit on top of it, and then that was it.
And I remember at the time people going, "This is literally the most revolutionary music that's ever been." Like David Albarn is literally changing the soundscape of the universe. Like, people were talking about him like he was fucking Mozart or some shit, and he just went, "Oh, Casio, #1, boom,
Yes,
there you go."
basically, yes,
And then I'll draw some cartoons, so I don't even have to perform it live.
yes. Everyone
Brilliant.
can go and enjoy Clint Eastwood, thanks to Wayward, after the show.
Yeah, no, it's good music, but it's just he didn't
But
fucking
now you know
write it.
He literally just pressed a preset one and started like singing over it, and that was it. That was the song.
Yeah,
Yes, Damon Albarn. That's right. Thank
indeed,
you, Sean.
indeed.
And people saying things like this, but Amazon has done that sort of thing in the past, so that doesn't mean that the company would go bankrupt, but it is a big dive if that did happen. It's down 45%, so quite a way to go if that did happen. And these protests that have been going on seem to have been driving down the stock. And also,
The board keeps selling the stock.
Obviously, why wouldn't they? Yeah.
It will, and all these people are like, buy the dip, buy the dip. I'm like, you're fucking exit liquidity. Do you realize that that's what you are to them?
Yeah.
You're not an investor. You're their exit liquidity. They're going to take their millions out and be fine, and the price is going to tank. Oh my goodness gracious.
That is an owl without feathers. Again, not friend-shaped.
Oh,
We're being lied to by these fucking animals.
Well, like a Victoria's Secret Wonder Bra and a whole lot of makeup, or a guy who like gets calf implants.
Well, no, that's well, I suppose that is changing the morphology. But like, if you're just adding makeup to a thing, I don't mind that. That's fine because everyone sort of expects that. Whereas that doesn't look anything like an owl. It looks like a fucking alien.
It does look very alienish because of its big eyes and its round head.
And I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to kill all of them because it might have been an owl that shat on my boy.
Stop it.
Have you thought about taking scrapings from the poo and having it sent off to have it DNA tested?
See, this is why you get a doctor involved. She fucking knows her shit. Literally. We'll DNA test it, we'll find out what kind of animal it is, and then I only have to kill one species.
Yep. Narrow down the genocide.
Well, exactly. I don't want to kill all of the animals, but, like, I have to make sure. Yeah. Thank you,
Also,
Lord Fritos, for 54 months. That is too many months. Seek help.
To further narrow down the population that you need to decimate, you could also figure out their average flight length. Like, are they a migratory bird where, you might have to, like, go
I'm
all
sorry,
the way to
did this
Spain?
turn into a fucking Monty Python bit?
Well, I'm
Is it
saying-
tucking the coconut under its dorsal fins? What are you
Yes.
talking about? No, shop. An African or a European swallow.
Well, European swallow, it wouldn't have the what is it? I can't remember.
I don't
The
know.
wingspan. Yeah, I'd have to look it up.
I
It's
don't
been
know.
a while
It's-
since I've seen
yeah.
that movie. Although I was out for carnival and 4 guys were dressed up as the king and the retinue of Monty Python.
Oh, okay. See,
Complete
when you
with,
said I
like-
was out for carnival and 4 guys, I was like, this is going to get fucking hot. And he didn't.
Like one guy was literally dressed up in the king outfit with the sun on his everything.
Yeah.
And they must have ordered them online somewhere. It was really good. It was a really good group.
Let us not go to carnival. It is a silly place.
Exactly.
So we've seen this. Tesla CFO sells 1.7 million more in stock. So board members have been selling their
He
stock.
sounds like he's in pain.
If you didn't stop pausing it.
No, but he's like, and he sold off for 1.7 billion. Like, Jesus Christ, have you got gas? Are you okay? What?
Including Elon's brother Kimball, including the chair of the board. And now the
Kimbo?
CFO has been selling more.
Did he say his brother was called Kimbo?
Kimball, ALL, not Kimbo. Kimbo.
Oh, okay. Well, it's
It's
still a
just
dumb name.
Australian. Yeah, it is.
And I think that
Yeah, that's his Australian name. Oi, Kimbo!
wasn't so planned. They do sell from time to time, but this was extra to what they had planned, I think. And this one, second-hand Teslas flood the market as Elon Musk faces British backlash. People were just getting rid of their Teslas. And this headline, major brand worries. Just how
Hey, bestie, lose that test. Doesn't really work, but I appreciate the effort. I don't know. Also, that's not really how the SS symbol works. I mean, I appreciate the effort. I do appreciate that.
toxic is Elon Musk for Tesla? Well, we're going to see that in the protests, just how toxic he has become in relation to the brand. We've got blog posts like this, fight fascism and Elon Musk by taking down Tesla. So that's the perception of Elon at the moment, and it really isn't doing the brand and Tesla good in a number of ways. Let's get to the protest and have a look. Tesla protests go big in 4th week as its stock drops. So these protests aren't dying out. They're ramping up. And this week in New York, Chicago, and other places.
And it's only going to get worse because he seems insistent on putting himself in front of the camera. What he needs to do,
Yeah.
even if he carries on doing his evil shit with the government, which obviously he shouldn't, but let's say he wants to do that, stay away from the cameras. You are a cancerous toxin for your brand. If you've got any interest in not having Tesla like die on its arse, shut the fuck up. Stop appearing. No one likes you. But of course, if he was ever able to get past the fact that no one likes him, he wouldn't have gotten into this situation in the first place.
Yeah, he's a megalomaniac.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So let's just do a roundup of Elon Musk's week, because in the last week he got demoted by Trump,
Yes.
got a rocket that blew up, and now
Yes.
Twitter is breaking down, and his baby mamas humiliated him by posting on X trying to get his attention. The whole world was like, "What a shit dad."
Yeah. So it's been a belter. It's going super well.
Isn't it amazing what a genius he is that he can run all these companies and be just so amazing at all of them?
Yeah. Brilliant, isn't it? Isn't democracy
Actually,
fun?
none of them are working. Tesla's not working, SpaceX not working, Twitter's not working.
Oh, and of course, he was forced to wear a suit, even though you know he hates wearing a suit. Genius.
Climbed down on that little privilege he thought he could get away with because he's Mr. Big Money Man.
Ridiculous.
Did ramp up. This is one of the scenes from New York, and I'll show some video of this. Hundreds of New Yorkers have swarmed and shut down to Tesla dealer in Manhattan. 6 have been arrested after occupying the showroom. So this happened last week as well. If you saw my videos last week, you would have seen this.
Again, I don't want to be rude to them because I appreciate the effort, but in France they burnt it down.
Well, the French, again, we had this conversation last time. The French do have a very flamey approach to things.
They do. And of course, that's bad and wrong because that's criminal, and crimes are always bad in every situation. But I'm just saying, that was more effective.
The burning the down
The
thing.
burning it down is definitely more effective at achieving your goal of
Oh,
stopping
what was I
people buying Teslas.
Some woman was lobbying. Some woman in Oregon, and it wasn't Seattle in particular, but Oregon is Seattle's in Oregon. Yes, it is. She was lobbing Molotov cocktails, not just once. Like they think they caught her like doing it 4 separate times or something. I don't know. I didn't share that particular story with you, but I was like, damn, that woman's dedicated.
Hang
She's
on,
got
she was lobbying
commitment.
at what?
At Tesla stores or something.
She was doing what? Run by Molotoving.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find it.
Love it. That's amazing. Okay. Well, you know what she should have done? Ironically, stolen a Tesla from the store and just parked it outside and waited.
Oh no, wait! This was a different one.
Boom.
This is a man arrested for throwing Molotov cocktails at Teslas.
It's now multiple genders are now Molotoving Tesla, and
Yeah, I'm gonna
I'm not
have to
here
narrow
for
it
it
down
because
to
that's a
woman.
crime and bad, obviously.
Oh, here we go. Well, this is from February 26th. So, 2 days ago. Who is Lucy Gray, Tesla protester, arrested for throwing Molotov cocktails at Colorado? I'm sorry, she was in Colorado.
Oh, see, because of the height, she can probably do it from further away because it travels further.
Yeah,
without,
the air
yeah,
thinner up
exactly.
there. At a Tesla dealership. She also spray painted anti-Musk messages and repeatedly targeted the showroom since January. Do
Oh.
you want me to send you this? Do you want me to send you this picture, this link?
Yeah, well, you can show it if you want. I'll stop sharing.
I have it on my phone.
Oh,
I
okay.
can't,
Well,
like,
yeah. Well, okay. Yeah. Well, send it to me then, I guess.
Yeah.
Um,
Otherwise, I get really annoying typing noises with my keyboard.
Yeah.
and
No,
I
that's
tried-
absolutely fine. Did you see that Trump's golf course in Scotland got spray painted?
No, I
Yeah.
missed that.
It got spray painted with all red paint and Nazi shit, and yeah. Again, that's illegal and therefore bad. Disavow, disavow, disavow. I'm just a
Oh
newsboy.
god, yeah, obviously you're gonna definitely go to jail. if
I'm
you get
I'm
caught
just a
doing this shit.
newsboy who tells you all the news and stuff, and that is a thing that happened.
All right, so I gave you one for the lady and one for the man, and if I find any NB ones, I'll get those up too. But
Stop being shite, Discord. What are you doing?
I sent it. Can you refresh?
No, it's for some reason
Oh,
it isn't
okay.
loading. So
Oh, stupid Discord.
there we go. Okay, I got you. Uno momento por favor. Who is Lucy Grace Nelson? Okie dokie. Let's have a look, shall we? Protesters have vandalised Elon Musk, something. Amid ongoing protests against Elon Musk's role in the US government, President Trump, blah-de-blah. Who is this person? Nelson was arrested in Loveland, which, by the way, lovely name, Colorado, for offensive vandalism and attacking North Colorado Tesla dealership. Lucy Grace Nelson vandalised the Tesla showroom in Loveland with 4 Molotov cocktails made with Smirnoff vodka bottles.
That's very specific.
That is specific. As per court documents, she threw the cocktails at electric cars parked on the showroom and watched them burn. As per claims on social media, Lucy Grace
they're
Nelson
trans.
is a
She's
trans person who's previously known as... Well, there's no need to fucking dead name them, you pricks. The fuck is that about?
They are using her correct pronouns, though.
Well, true, but there's no need to dead name this
No, that's
person
true.
at all.
Agreed.
Fucking piece of shit. And they've got a tweet from Andy No where female is in quotation marks. Get fucked.
Fuck Andy, no.
Fucking fuck off, you pricks. Right, and then there's a doodly one.
Mm-hmm.
Which
With a
is
video.
a YouTube video from
Welcome
Fox
to the Fox
something or other
Fox PTV, I don't know, local
in
news.
Salem.
in Salem, which could be Salem, Virginia, Salem,
Or
North
Massachusetts.
Carolina.
Oregon. It's in Oregon.
Oh, the capital of Oregon.
Portland.
No, Salem.
No, it's out of Portland.
What do you mean it's out of Portland? What are you talking about?
I'm reading on the YouTubes where the channel is out of.
Okay, well, it's not Salem then, is it?
Oh my god. Just hit play.
I'm going to knock you out, I swear to God.
I'm gonna knock
Man is
you
facing
out.
federal charges
What
after
was it? Knock
investigators
you out.
connected him to 2 separate incidents at a Tesla dealership. Police say he threw Molotov cocktails and shot up the building. This comes
And shut it up.
Wow.
Fuck. Double disavowal.
When was the last time any business? I mean, I can't think of a business being targeted with Molotov cocktails and guns, except like
No.
during civil disobedience, like civil
Yeah.
breakdown, like riots and shit.
Yeah.
And that's just whoever happens to be on that street. You know, it's not
Yeah.
like. But yeah, well, see, this is the thing. People are mad at Trump. This was someone made the point, and I can't say this is an original thought of mine, but I don't remember who said it. So credit to somebody. That's not me. But people who are angry, who are really angry, probably don't always have the money or time to go to DC to do protests. But you know what they do have in their neighborhood? A Tesla dealership.
Yes.
And they can get to that.
Yeah. In their,
Which makes it...
in their, well, unless they drive a Tesla, in which case they can't.
No, they
'Cause it's
can't. I'll have to
broken.
take the bus.
Yeah. Because it was slightly frosty outside and it fell to pieces like a fucking clown car. Yeah. Anyway.
Amid dozens of reports of vandalism involving Teslas across the country.
No. You've Maria, the person on this video is a dude. We've now moved on. The person I was reading the story about was a woman. This is seemingly a cis dude. This is a different person.
Fox 12's Leslie Dominique has more on what Tesla owners are experiencing.
The destruction of property here at the Tesla Center in Salem is only one example in a pattern of vandalism against Teslas across the nation. And growing backlash against the company's CEO, Elon Musk, raises the question, are Teslas being targeted?
Yes. Literally, there are multiple examples specifically of people seeing Teslas and spray painting bad things on them.
Not really a question. It's more of a statement.
Yeah. The word is not necessary.
Oil like a baby otter.
Oh, we had a noise. What was it? Thank you to Katie Marshall for gifting 10 memberships on the YouTube. Much love. I will turn off oiled like a baby otter, though, because we don't need to hear that 10 fucking times. It is funny, but not 10 times.
Oil like...
Thank you.
I definitely go around my car probably every time that I get back into my car in fear of like somebody scratching it or slashing my tires just because it's a Tesla.
Alex Lopez says he bought his...
See, now, I do sort of feel bad for people who bought it, like, a couple of years ago. Because they just bought a car that they were like, it's an electric car, whatever, like, Elon might be a bit of a knob, but he was in the Iron Man movie, so maybe he's okay, you know, that thing. He was given, like, fucking 10 years, 15 years of, like, unbelievable, undeserved good press. So I can understand people being like, I'll buy a Tesla, that's fine. But, like, if you bought a Tesla relatively recently and you still own it, unless you really can't afford to sell it because it's like you couldn't afford to, like, it's not worth that much anymore, because presumably if the new ones aren't being bought, the old ones probably aren't being fucking bought either for some of the same reasons. So unless you're in that situation, which I think would be a minority position, I think I kind of don't give a fuck.
Yeah, except you can't be in a minority position because Elon Musk is a white supremacist.
The word minority does not necessarily always refer to ethnicity or...
See, now you get to play on words, but I don't get to.
No, you do get to, Christy, but I'm a man.
Stop policing
and
my
therefore
puns.
I can't... Stop policing my puns?
Yes.
No, I'm the comedy police.
Oh, God, you would have been so happy. We had an adventure that was... they went into this dungeon room and there was a big foot made of marble granite from the ceiling, and then there were a bunch of feet on... Anyway... people started doing all kinds of, like, I am totally into this, and you would have been so happy with all the foot puns that were coming out of that.
Thank you.
I thought of you.
Thank you. Thank you for towing the line.
Yeah, exactly, that kind of stuff, precisely.
You really nailed it.
Yeah, see, you're natural.
Yeah, okay.
You would have fit right in.
Yeah.
His Tesla 5 months ago, but it wasn't until recently that he's noticed an aversion against Tesla drivers close to home. A man was arraigned Wednesday after police linked him to 2 separate...
That's not funny. Don't laugh at that. Bad and illegal, and therefore bad.
Very illegal.
Yeah.
Go to jail.
Incidents at the Salem Tesla Center. Police say surveillance images from the dealership shows Adam Matthew...
Just like a fucking ninja.
He does. He's kind of got a wizard robes on.
Yeah, there's... Honestly, this is like some... Like, this is how I want... No, look, I don't want any vigilantes, but if vigilantes are going to exist, this is how they should look, I think. You've got to have a costume. You've got to have a striking pose.
I'm assuming that's his little cart in front of him that matches. The
Yeah,
same
which looks, I mean, I'll be honest with you, it looks like he might be starting some sort of barbecue situation. I'm not sure. I don't think it is, but like there's a weird light going on there.
Also, he seems to have some really solid boots going on there. Like, what are those typical hiking boots that people wear in Germany? Really expensive.
Das Hikenbooten.
No, I can't remember what they're called now, but it'll come to me in like 15 minutes.
Das Baby Stomper. No?
No.
Oh, okay. You should call them that, though, because that would be fucking hilarious.
Lansky throwing Molotov cocktails at the dealership, sparking fires.
Birkenstocks?
See,
No.
you say, hang on, you say sparking fires. There's no way you can tell that it was the Molotov cocktail that caused this. This could have just been absolutely I reckon they probably lose at least a couple a day to natural wastage, shall we say. Like they just spontaneously combust. I reckon you can get away with that in a court of law. Just say statistically, there's no way of proving that what I did caused these fires.
Timberland.
Well, that's the brand. It's not a special name you have in Germany.
No. Well, they have Jack Wolfskin or whatever it is here. Yeah, Jack Wolfskin is a big brand, but I was thinking of Timberland boots in particular.
Yeah.
Not Doc Martens. So I have a very different vibe about them.
Indeed.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Go on with the arson.
In a separate incident, police alleged that Lansky fired several rounds into the dealership and at
Not
least
funny.
one vehicle.
Not
Driving
funny.
a Tesla went from, a cool thing to do to not a cool thing pretty quickly.
This amidst a
understatement?
Yeah, no fucking shit, mate.
Not a cool thing. That's I don't think people. Yeah, it's not just not a cool thing. Yeah.
Thank you, Over Historian. Happy birthday to our resident mad Marxist Scotswoman. Oh, I didn't realise. Oh, okay. Hang on.
Another birthday.
Yeah. Does Mad Cat Scotty Eye share a birthday with 255?
Wow.
If that's true,
cool.
I can't help but feel that this day is one of the most blessed days. Or maybe it was yesterday or something. I don't fucking know. I don't. Whatever. Yeah. Knowing modern German like I don't, they all call something like Kitty's bots. What the fuck are you talking about?
I can't help that.
Yeah,
Maybe Vogel's in the chat.
I don't fucking know.
A string of anti-Tesla vandalism reports across the country. Colorado police report that several vehicles were vandalized with graffiti at a Tesla dealership. A female suspect...
So that question you asked at the start of the report, are Teslas being targeted? I feel like you already knew the answer.
Yeah, I feel like we're definitely a little leading us up the primrose path.
Yeah, a little bit.
Was later found with explosives at the same location. Over in California, several Tesla owners say they received flyers encouraging them to sell their cars or face consequences. And Monday in Massachusetts...
No. Bad and illegal. Disavow!
These Tesla charging stations were set on fire. Investigators...
Again, can you be sure they were set on fire and not just that Musk made cutbacks and these things fucking exploded? I don't think you can be certain of it. And I mean,
the defense jury could try raising that.
Well, this is what I'm thinking. Defense, right? You've got it on your side already because it's beyond a reasonable doubt. And I
blow up.
I don't think you can say any of these incidences are beyond a reasonable doubt.
Might get some jury nullifications going on there.
True.
Believe it was intentional.
You think?
This is all happening as Tesla CEO Elon Musk has been facing criticism for his federal cuts.
Hundreds of billions of dollars.
No, it's also for him being a Nazi. It's not just the cuts.
Doing a Nazi salute. Also firing a bunch of people and destroying our government, though.
That is also bad, to be fair, yes.
I mean, and the sales are down in Germany because he allied himself with the AfD, and they're anemic in Britain because he came out in favor of Tommy Robinson. Although there have been some probably Sargon fans who bought Teslas just to spite people.
It's good to see that people doing Nazi salutes is seen as a bad thing in Germany now, because that wasn't.
It has been the case for like almost 100 years now. 80 years, 90 years. Yeah. How long didn't they celebrate? Like,
okay. I'm just saying. 90 years. Certainly within the last 100 years, it was quite popular.
Yeah. I think that basically Germany is dealing with its Nazi problem a little better than y'all are at the moment.
Well, I'm just saying.
You got Nazis marching in the streets. Basically.
You did just elect a lot of AfD people.
East Germany did, yes.
Well, that's fucking Germany. That's where your capital is.
Fucking shut up and just play the video. It just gets boring with the Nazi stuff over and over again.
Well, stop doing it then.
Good.
And efficiency. Musk shared a tweet to his platform X Monday, seemingly responding to the pattern of vandalism, saying, quote, damaging the property of others, aka vandalism, is not free speech.
No, but
pause it? Yeah, I don't know that killing people by cutting off aid to U.S. aid is free speech either, motherfucker. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
Cope.
Also, when you've gone about we can coup whoever we like, I don't think you give a fuck about any of that shit. Shut the fuck up, okay? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you're literally killing women and children, Elon Musk. Fuck you. I mean, I might be African, so I get as a South African, you don't really give a shit, but other people do.
Because, you know, it's eco-friendly, like, I don't have to spend on gas. I just wanted a car.
The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives will be assisting Salem PD and the FBI in the investigation of Adam Matthew Lansky. Reporting in Salem, Leslie Dominique, Fox 12 Oregon.
I'm just saying this. Look, it's circumstantial evidence, not guilty.
That's where you're going?
That's it's been said, okay? And I'm a legal expert. I should know these things.
You and Legal Eagle are legal experts, absolutely.
100%, yeah. Between us, we know a lot. I won't say how much of that I contribute, but between us, we know a lot about the American law.
It's quite a big crowd, and it's growing week by week. People are really, being arrested on purpose, civil disobedience, but they're getting into the showrooms. Multiple Trump Musk protesters arrested at a New York Tesla showroom today, and that was this weekend. Protesters rally outside Tesla dealership in Tulsa over federal job cuts. So this was all around the country, nationwide. There were
Tulsa.
so many protests.
That's not like blue state territory. That's pretty significant.
Protests, not just in the big cities, but in some of the smaller cities, as we can see. Photos, hundreds rally against Elon Musk and Doge outside the Lawrence Tesla dealership. And this in Chicago was pretty big in Chicago this weekend.
Can I just say, there is never a more perfect picture I've ever seen that the police are there to protect the rich property over anything else. It's literally the perfect distillation of everything that's wrong with... Well, not everything, but the main causal problem of what is wrong with the police.
A thing, yes.
Yeah, right there. What was it, the old thing? If you want to know who they're against, look which way they're pointing their guns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And today I saw a high level of anger at the massive number of cops that are protecting a Tesla dealership in Chicago.
Yep.
Lots of chants demanding to know why they are protecting Nazis. No one is letting CPD off the hook. This is what cops do, enable and participate in fascism. Well, that's one opinion, and Elon Musk did comment on this, or show this later. Thanked the police for protecting the Tesla deal.
Awkward pastor, there is one very good way of stopping the adverts.
Join the channel.
Exactly. You can subscribe to the channel for as little or as much as $5 or something. I don't know. Depends on where you live.
Well, pasta's becoming European, so I think they need to save up their pennies for their move. But maybe once they're settled.
Is that I don't.
Unless someone gifted them a sub.
That's also possible. That's also possible.
Dealerships. There's another one. I think that one's in New York, so quite a large crowd there. And this is some more photos from New York.
You should cut JD's eyeliner budget.
Yeah. Stop that waste, fraud, and abuse.
True.
I think this was on Saturday. And this one, people doing their protests online as well. Why the uproar? Musk's efficiency is a hostile takeover. The US government isn't a startup, but Musk is running it like one, firing thousands, dismantling regulation, and grabbing more unchecked power. Doge isn't about cutting waste, it's about cutting everyone but the billionaires out of the equation. So that is what people think, and no matter what Elon Musk says, people can see that that's what's happening inside the government in the name of efficiency. This one here is in New York. People were actually getting arrested. Let's see what the scenes were like.
be protected. Elon Musk is not elected. Democracy must be protected. Elon Musk is not elected.
And you may see the signs on these people's thing that says NYPD, and on this occasion that means New York Pedophile Defenders. Because that's literally what they're doing.
Elon Musk is not elected. Democracy must be protected. Elon Musk is not elected. Democracy must be protected.
Okay, and there's more here. People getting arrested.
True.
I don't think they're gonna sell a lot of cars today.
No, I don't think so.
I think the salespeople should just clock out, go home.
Okay. Notice how just scared the shit out of me again. The New York Police Department don't seem to be able to do anything except have 1 million fucking people for a perp walk for one guy, or protecting a Tesla showroom, or occasionally killing someone on the subway as well.
You know how the video is lagged?
Right.
I finally got to see your reaction when you get scared.
Thank you. Thank you for your concern for my fucking heart.
You can just fix it. I read it on Sympathy like 2 weeks ago.
I could have fixed it. Well, I thought I got past it, and it's still occasionally it doesn't scare me. So I'm like, I don't know. Maybe it's a specific thing, but I just forget. I'm like a fucking cat.
I have to say,
I
like,
just
you have
forget.
very few gray hairs, at least not on camera. Like in your head or in your beard.
My pubes are fucking jet
White as
white.
snow.
It's like a Kenny Rogers tribute act downstairs, mate.
ZZ Top beard situation.
Exactly, yeah. Thank you, Katie, who says, "Woohoo! I'm officially old now." We were all old. We're all very old.
How old are you?
Me?
No, Katie. I know how old you are.
I don't know how old I am.
Yeah, what's officially old? I want to know.
I don't know. She
I
is
don't know if above or below.
46 years of age.
That's not old. Sorry. Nope.
Yeah.
You just have to talk to somebody who's older. It's like someone who turned 33 going, "Oh, I'm old." You're like,
The
shut up.
return of the sausages.
True.
Just because you haven't been that age before. Lots of people have. You're going to look back in 15 years and be like, "Oh, back when I was young."
This video is amazing. KSlogan1875.
Thank you, Kieran. You won't finish all of this tonight, but both of you, the first 30 seconds. Okay, we can do the first 30 seconds. What is it? Oh, it's the... oh, yeah, I was going to watch this with you tomorrow. Sam Seder did one of those stupid Jubilee round table, whatever the fuck they're called things.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay.
So it's 20 Trump supporters take on one progressive featuring Sam Seder.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Like, what's the problem with xenophobic nationalism? Don't you think that's better for Americans in general?
To
Like,
be xenophobic,
yes.
nationalism is better.
We should have a coherent culture. Everyone should be a part of the same culture.
Which, do you get to choose what the culture is?
We already have a dominant culture.
I mean, look, I got to be honest with you. Like, you and I have a fundamental disagreement. We will never see eye to eye on this. Hi, I'm Sam Seder, host of The Majority.
So just a Nazi then?
Yeah, we have a dominant culture, so you just want to erase all other cultures.
Yeah.
Who else wanted to do
today?
The Nazis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am surrounded by 20 conservatives.
Amazing. That is cancerous, thank you. Yeah, thank you for the bitty bits as well, Kieran, much love. Hooey, that is, yeah, I'll watch that with you tomorrow.
You go with who? Your chat? Who's you?
Well, I'm in with chat. I mean, you're always welcome, but I presume you're
yeah, I was
busy
going to
or
say,
whatever.
when you say I'm watching this...
Oh, no, you as in the whoever's around, like the people listening or whatever, yeah. I wasn't trying to rope you in or anything.
No, I was just like, I was joking.
Oh, okay.
So who was this? It was someone just turned 28. Oh, a user nameless entity, sorry, is 28, and I'm starting to think thoughts. Back when I was younger, thoughts. Yeah, I actually saw a picture. You know how your phone I don't know. It does this against my consent, but it will occasionally just throw old photos.
Yes.
Of, like, hey,
yeah.
memories from 2017 or something like that.
Stop
which
it.
makes me go, oh fuck.
Get some help.
All right, and I'll look at it and go, I still have that sweater. I need to get rid of that sweater. That sweater is 8 years old.
I've got clothes that are more than 8 years old.
I know, but like at some point, like, wow, I've been wearing this one thing for almost a decade. I have to get rid of it now. It's too
And
long.
I'll be honest with you, some of it is a bit tighter than it used to be.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going on. But I don't like put it in the garbage. We have recycling, clothes recycling, so it gets donated.
Yeah, exactly.
So
yeah.
when I cleaned out, I put a bunch of bedding in there. I think it was mostly bedding and some blankets as well that I just don't use anymore. So yeah, home textiles, recycling as well.
True.
But yeah, I was like, oh my god, I've had this look for almost a decade now. I really, really gotta change it.
True. Oh my!
Oh, look at all these! Look at all these!
Mad cat!
Wow.
This is your birthday. Why are you giving me money?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. I mean, I will happily like bury a body with you or something if you've got, you know. Again, as always with that particular thing, I don't need to ask questions. I don't want to know the rights and wrongs of the situation.
Yeah,
Just
pasta. Oh, sorry. Yeah, pasta saying she should give up on tacos and any other foods that aren't American. Yeah, just go ahead and eat burgers all the time. No pizza. No lasagna.
Who should?
Awkward pasta. Oh, that white woman. Like, we have a dominant culture.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No more Thai food for you. No more Indian food. She probably doesn't eat Indian food. No more Mexican food. No more margaritas. No more tequila.
See, now this is where I should be able to do a joke. Like, oh, the thing they should really do is, and then something very terms of service. Because, like, I don't really mean it, but it would be funny. But you can't say, you can't even joke. You know what we need? We need a billionaire to make comedy legal again. That's what we need.
Speaking of a billionaire, did you see Mike Myers?
Yes, he's now doing the SNL thing. And you can tell Musk is totally fucking pissed off about it, because he's like, I remember when SNL used to be funny.
Yeah.
You bitch. You fucking cried. Admit it, Musk, you fucking cried.
I loved how he combined Musk with the Dr. Evil.
It is a bit Dr. But to be fair, he does talk a bit like Dr. Evil. He does like Dr. Evil, who's had a few too many Xannies.
Mm-hmm.
Just a few too many downers, you know? Or Dr. Evil if he's just woken up. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just, he's not quite with it yet. He needs his coffee. Thank you, Big Zebra, for resubscribing. There's your postmates, baby, blah, blah, blah. And thank you, Mad Cat Scottio, with 5 gifted community subarinos.
Very nice.
Far too
Very
generous. Not entirely not deserved. Much love.
All right, so what are we watching? I'm seeing Not Funded by Russia.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I've shared. That's my. Thing.
Oh my God, Tesla's dropped even lower. It's gone down to 222 now.
Could it get under 200 today?
No. It dropped to 220 and then it bounced a little bit. It's down 15% now, $40 today. Oh, it's just a sea of red.
And it's only 2 p.m., right? So the stock market doesn't close for a while. So
yeah, it'll bounce back up. I mean, that's the thing about the stocks is they go up, they go down. But I mean, this one is trending down, and they say basically the trend is your friend till the end. And so unless something changes, we would expect Tesla to continue this until, I don't know, it hits. Well, it's getting near another support level. But I'm getting technical, and you're bored. So let's hit play.
What are they saying?
Stop the coup.
Oh, I thought they were saying Sacre-Cœur.
That would be very impressive for a group of Americans. But no, yeah, stop the coup.
Also, there are more impressive things in Paris. I'm just saying. Happy
to translate from whatever Midwestern or wherever this is,
Yeah.
New York.
Yeah.
For your dialect.
No, this is New York. This isn't even Midwest.
Yeah.
They're probably saying, hey, I'm walking here.
Yeah, exactly.
Etc.
I like the drums.
Yeah, no, there's a solid bit of drum work going
People
on.
shouting "Stop the coup," and this one is from New York as well.
No, they weren't. They were saying Sacre-Cœur. Montmartre, etc.
Scenes.
What the? You don't want wait, what is this?
Le Grand Jet.
Wait, what is this? What the hell? Why we got a mouse on? Wait, what are you doing to this guy?
Oil like a baby otter.
My name's Frankie, and I'm
Hey, hello, Frankie. Go on, Sarah.
Mad Cat, the question is, Kevin Christie, is Tesla stock still cratering in Europe? Well, the stock, I just looked it up. It's only traded on the NASDAQ, so it's only traded in the U.S. But we'll have to come out. We'll have to wait for the end of the month and the first part of April to find out if year-on-year sales are still plummeting as badly.
Yeah, sales are very... I mean, even if they flatline, they're down enormously.
Yes.
Yeah.
And why would anyone suddenly go out and buy a bunch of Teslas?
Yeah, it's not getting better, is it? Like, the reasons you would go and buy a Tesla are not improving, and the reasons to not buy a Tesla are continuing to stack up.
Yes.
The fact that, like, it's social cancer and you're probably going to get your tyres slashed, just go and buy I don't know, fucking Honda or some shit. Like, there are plenty of other cheaper, better renewable options. Not renewable, electric options.
And much cheaper. The Chinese EV industry is creating a lot of really competitive vehicles that are actually doing not badly in the European market. In fact, while Tesla sales themselves are down, EV sales overall are going up.
Yeah, oh, exactly. Yeah.
They're losing market share, basically.
Yeah. Thank you, Frank Reed, for becoming an awesome tier member, which is the only tier there is, because I tried doing the other thing. It's so annoying. You can't. I wanted to have like a tiered system, so if someone wanted to do more, that's fine, they can. But then when you gift memberships, it automatically goes to the most expensive tier available, and you can't set it.
Oh, right.
So you just do the one thing, which is just dumb. Like, why? Oh, YouTube is silly. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'd be happy if they don't fix that problem, but they do get rid of the Nazis. But
just can you get rid of the Nazis a little bit, please?
Yeah, no, I'm happy to put up with a minor subscription tier-based issue if you get rid of the Nazis, please. Thank you.
getting arrested today protesting Elon Musk. Bought his way into office. He bought his way into heading a government agency.
To be fair, how do you think anyone else has ever gotten to that position?
Well, he didn't actually get elected, though.
Well, that is the problem. But
People
they all
usually
sort of bought everything, like, you know.
Yeah, but those people have the veneer of democratic legitimacy. He doesn't even have a government appointment. He's not even confirmed by the Senate. He's
nothing. Technically, he's not he's not taking a wage either. So, like, what even is he? Why? Like, are there not rules for who can attend a fucking cabinet meeting?
Yeah.
Like for national security reasons.
Yeah, you'd need clearance to be on those, but those stupid just public meetings where everyone has a fight behind closed doors, I think anyone can come and present or whatever the president deems. It's his cabinet, or her cabinet, or their cabinet.
Yeah. Or its cabinet. That one time there was a horse.
There was a senator? Just kidding, I know that winds you up.
Yeah, he wasn't a senator. No, he went straight from being a state congressman and then became president. Only one term, though, but you know.
Yeah.
Bought his power at the expense of the American people, at the expense of our environment, at the expense of our world, and all of the people in it.
So Frankie, they're summing it up as they were getting arrested. Really annoyed at Elon Musk enough to get yourself arrested. Now, if you're getting value out of this episode so far, I'd really appreciate it if you remember to hit that like button to help the algorithm.
I'm trying to think who he looks like. And I can't think of who he looks like.
Mr. Magoo?
There's a bit Mr. Magoo in there. There's a little bit of Magoo. But there's someone else. What's that? Oh shit, I can't remember the show. Is it Modern Family?
I never watched that show.
No, I don't watch it either, but I've seen bits of it, and it's like, I think there's a character in there that looks like him. I don't know.
Well,
I mean, I could just say he looks a bit like my dead uncle, but you didn't know him when he was alive.
No.
And I don't have any pictures to show you.
Okay, so you can't really do a comparison.
That's of no use to me. I don't know why I stopped the video to say this. Fucking waste of time, really.
And we have this 9 police officers to protect one
Moby,
Cybertruck.
yes!
That's our universe.
He
looks like Moby.
He looks a little bit like Moby after chemotherapy.
No, you just like Moby all the time.
No,
Keith Haring?
Moby's a... Jeffrey Tambor! That's the person I was thinking of. He looks like skinny Jeffrey Tambor. Yes.
Who is that?
He's an American actor who was in the show that I referenced.
Oh, right. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Bezos, a little bit Bezos, I guess. Yeah.
Firstly, loathe Trump's Nazi sidekick Elon Musk.
Hang on, they're protecting a car. They're not even protecting like the building.
Nope.
They're protecting a drive the car away. Move the car. Well, I mean, assuming it can move.
Yeah, it might be stuck there.
To be honest with you, given the amount of times they explode, I think you can actually treat a Tesla as like a suspicious package at this point. Like the police should cordon off the fucking street just in case.
Thank God the police are here to protect the Cybertruck. 1, 2.
Well, it says protect and serve. It doesn't say what it protects and serves.
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Look how shit those wheels look as well. It looks like a fucking Tonka truck.
It is a Tonka truck.
9 cops to protect
Look at
one
that. It's just ridiculous.
Cybertruck. Amazing.
And we've got some signs here, some protest signs.
Imagine that you go home to your kids at night and they're like, "Oh, Dad, how did you protect the people of New York today?" Well, son, I protected a Cybertruck. Well, you protected what? All of the Cybertruck? No, just one. I protected one Cybertruck. I hope you're happy, New York police. Do you really feel like you earned your fucking wage on that one? Really?
Stopped the.
How many people got stabbed to death whilst they were stood by a fucking car?
50 of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Musk Trump coup. You heard people shouting, "Stop the coup!" They think that Elon Musk is actually perpetrating a coup from inside, while saying it's just about efficiency. And signs like this, the classic "Don't buy a swastika" and "Overthrow the oligarchs." So Bernie Sanders has been on a oligarch tour, an anti-oligarch tour, trying to.
I was about to say, yeah, anti-oligarch. He hasn't been on an oligarch tour. He hasn't been going around in a yacht, like just laughing at peasants or something. I am much richer than you pricks. Like he hasn't been doing that. That would have been a bit rough, if I'm honest with you. But yeah. Also, there was the group Joe Politics here who put out some bus stop signs that said Elon Musk is a bellend.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if you saw it, but there was a video where someone kind of does a wrap up of all the British ads.
No, that's not. I watch good things.
Okay. I mean, I could find it if you want, but you've probably shown most of them. I mean, you've shown the Underground, the Oda Musk or Elon Musk, whatever, Oda clone.
Yeah, yeah, and the
poor wankers.
Yes, indeed.
Well, that's what's happening, and these people get it. We can see more than Elon Musk in the oligarch camp. Don't buy swastikas, more than that. You can see these are all at Tesla stores around the country. I'm getting Nazi salutes from Subarus, Tesla drivers targeted by Elon Musk sentiment. So
getting wrecked by Subaru drivers. Oh, wowzer.
Ouch.
Just getting donked on. just driving around. Just people driving around. That's what craters your fucking stock price. When literally just existing as an owner of that vehicle makes you a pariah.
Just like I'm getting Nazi salutes from Subaru. That ranks me right up there with she took the cheese grater.
Or rug pulled by the Catholic Church.
Yes, yes.
Genius.
All of them.
Or the scientist gets magnets stuck up nose.
Oh God, that
Belter.
I still top 10 all time.
Oh, that
videos.
was so good.
Been happening. If you're a Tesla driver, you might have been flipped off, or worse. This was a
one ever says
in New
those
York
things.
here. Looks like they've gone to a lot of trouble here. Be a responsible citizen. Properly dispose of your dog's waste, and it's got the Cybertruck there. People have compared them to waste bins as well. And this one is not in the US, outside the US, spotted in Bucharest. Street art. And then we've had things like...
Are Teslas being specifically targeted? Curious.
This vandalism on Cybertrucks.
Terrible.
And there's been a bit
illegal
of violence
and bad.
Too. Some Molotov cocktail throwing. and vandalism, which
He is
isn't
a
so
bit
great
Jasper
to see.
Carrot, yeah.
People really angry doing things like this. So people who own the Cybertrucks in particular, because it's so distinctively Tesla, have been targeted. And Tesla takedown in Tulsa, so not just in those massive cities. Protesters rally outside Tesla dealership in Tulsa over federal job cuts. So about Doge, more signs, ditch Tesla, save democracy.
Oh, 1 second. Someone sent me a thing. It looks vaguely fun. I don't know what it is though.
I don't. Again, it's just amazing to me that all these guys willingly line up to lick Trump's ass and then get kicked in the in the ass themselves.
Yeah.
For it.
Hello, I am Cybertruck. Okay. Please don't paint fuck Musk on me. Hang on, what? Oh, was this being like? Oh, this is being projected from the car.
Yeah,
but,
with lights.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Please don't paint a crude penis on me. This truck already makes me look stupid enough. Oh wow, that's Musk production. Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
No vandalism there.
No, technically not. No, that's just light projection. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
That's free speech or some shit.
So this is what it's about. It's driving down this Tesla stock price and trying to drive Elon out of business, Tesla out of business. People have decided that is the way that it can be done. Expel Elon, talking about X, not using X, and protesting X, not just Tesla. Don't buy a swastika. Elon did not see this coming. Is a classic. That's what Elon said that himself as a joke, and now people are throwing it back in his face. And people doing their own protests like this, and a meme. No water for miles, please, somebody help me. And a Cybertruck comes along, and the guy says, "No, I'm good." And this is somebody who's involved in the organizing of the protest, Valerie Costa. This person says the far left activist behind the so-called Tesla takedown, fueling a spree of vandalism nationwide, proudly admits her campaign draws inspiration from Luigi. And she labels Elon Musk Doge initiatives as criminal, even though Trump won both the popular
What? How would they be inspired by the Italian plumber?
Yeah, I'm a Mario.
Yeah, exactly. That's his brother.
I know, but it's the same kind of dismissive, not racist, I guess, in an American sense, but in a European
It is a bit
sense.
racist, to be
Accent,
fair.
yeah.
Go on to talk about the vote here, and Elon has replied to this with exclamation marks. So he is taking notice of this.
Tesla takedown. Yeah, there's a website called teslatakedown.com, which is...
Yeah, he's lost, what, fucking nearly $200 billion of worth? Yeah, I think he will take notice of that. That would make you sit up and be like,
Yes.
That seems like quite a lot of money.
Like me.
Maybe losing more than the fucking average annual revenue of Spain or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, maybe that would make you sit up and be like, okay, if this feels like something I should take notice of, but I will just take some ketamine first, and then I will definitely get onto it.
Yeah.
Is a website you can go to, get some background on the campaign, and it essentially is a map where anybody in the world can put an action up for targeting Tesla. And so I've been involved in that campaign, and in particular planning actions in the Seattle area targeting Tesla.
In Tesla Takedown, there's a spirit out there, which had already, as we saw with Luigi Mangione, there's a spirit which is very anti-corporate, very anti-billionaire, very anti sort of elite. And Tesla Takedown is also tapping into some of that spirit as well.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I would say it's just what I've noticed being involved in organizing in the Seattle area for some time,
How to teach an
especially after the
Australian.
election and the inauguration. People were like, what do we do? We don't want to just waste our energy protesting for the sake of protesting. And especially in Seattle, and I would say on the West Coast, I'm sure it's true of many places, we're really far from the center of power in government. And I think as it became clear that Elon Musk was taking on this outsized role at the federal level, totally, I would say, criminal role.
Very much so. Talking of criminal, Israeli student detained and fined for alleged Nazi salute on trip to Auschwitz.
What?
What a fucking string of words that is.
Yeah. I'm sorry. What? Like those don't seem to mesh.
Israeli student detained and fined for alleged Nazi salute on trip to Auschwitz. Okay. An Israeli high school student has been detained by Polish police and fined for allegedly making a Nazi salute during a school trip to Auschwitz-Birkenau extermination camp in Poland. The student was questioned for 2 hours over his actions and eventually fined 1,500 zloty, which is $380 US.
Oh, okay, that's not so much.
The Unit outlet reported. However, another student on the trip told the boy was only waving to someone else.
Yeah, he was just giving his love. He was throwing his love to the
just
crowd.
a Roman salute. However, according to the student who spoke to the station, the group from a school in the Kiryat Bialik was at the entrance of the camp, and one of their party tried to take a photo of the famous gates. The suspect then waved at her to disrupt her efforts, although her friends advised her to take his arm down, telling him it doesn't look good. He again raised it when the photographer tried to snap a second pic. So he was doing a joke Nazi salute then. He wasn't waving to anyone. He was doing a joke Nazi salute because that would be funny.
It's just a joke, man.
In a video of the incident aired by internet, a suspect can be seen with his arm up, and the student who spoke to the network sharply pulls it down. Yeah, he was doing a Nazi salute then. He wasn't waving to anyone.
Yeah, waving involves your wrist.
Yeah. Yeah. If it's straight arm with the fingers together and pointing, you are doing a Nazi salute. Don't be fucking stupid.
Yeah.
At Auschwitz, you fucking, you little cunt. Honestly, he's a child, but sometimes you feel like maybe they should let the other kids beat him up. Like that, honestly, that kind of thing needs to be. You're at Auschwitz, you disrespectful little fucker.
They find him. They dragged him in. They
his parents are going to pay. He hasn't got any fucking money. His parents are going to pay that.
I'm sure he's going to hear from his parents as well.
His parents should be allowed to beat him up then.
No.
Nationally, we're like, oh, we can target Elon here because his company, the source of the majority of his wealth, has numerous locations in the Seattle area, and ultimately money talks. And we've planned, whether it was troublemakers or partners that we've been working with over the last few weeks, have planned multiple actions at Tesla.
So that doesn't sound like there's inciting violence or anything like that, or encouraging.
No, that's fine. That's just your wallet is a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Yeah. Also, I've got an Australian pronunciation thing for after this.
Protest, but Elon obviously sees it different. And we're talking about Luigi there, just talking about the general vibe. There have been a lot of people online, hundreds of thousands of people who were commenting on that when it happened. So, but Elon Musk says Costa is committing crimes, as he tends to say. It talks in hyperbole and propaganda. Elon blaming Tesla protests on...
Oh, let's have a look. An investigation, so yeah, that's definitely reliable, has found 5 Act Blue funded groups responsible for Tesla protests. Okay, so what?
Yeah,
you're literally in the government. Yeah, so the opposition to your government, the Democrats, are responding to you.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, that seems perfectly reasonable then, actually.
I thought he was radically for free speech.
Christy, he's a fascist. Of course he's not. He says that. They all say that. Hitler was like, oh, you're silencing me.
Yeah,
and then silenced everyone.
Yeah, when Act Blue wants to do organizational stuff, oh, no. It's just you that can spend money on elections, I guess, and influence. Okay.
Troublemakers, Disruption Project, Rise and Resist, Indivisible Project, and Democratic Socialists of America. Act Blue funders, including George Soros. Yeah, no anti-Semitism going on here.
What has George Soros done in the last 20 years, honestly?
Somehow survive?
Yeah, that's true.
And then all these fucking people, who cares? Act Blue is currently under investigation for allowing foreign and illegal donations.
No.
Unlike you, Elon. Yeah.
Yeah.
This week, 7 Act Blue senior officials resigned, including the Associate General Counsel. I don't care. If you know anything about this, please post in replies. Thanks, Elon. Wow, his dick riders probably love
He's
that.
really desperate to change the narrative, isn't he?
He is, and he's not going to.
Nope.
Soros and Act Blue, because of course he is. This post on Reddit says, and Elon says, an investigation has found 5 Act Blue funded groups responsible for Tesla protests, Troublemakers, Disruption Project, and a few others there. I don't know how he's doing this. He has been known to hire private investigators in the past for various things. I've heard that in podcasts. Investigative journalists had discovered that he does that from time to time. And this is one of his Elangelicals, his promoters.
Elangelicals
is pretty good. It's pretty good. The Tesla takedown aimed to destroy Tesla in order to attack Musk were organised by Alex Winter. That's a singular review.
No, I interacted with him on Blue Sky recently.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
He's Ted. No, Bill. He's from Bill and Ted's Adventure, who's not Keanu Reeves.
The one who isn't Keanu Reeves?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
From Lost Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
I've interacted with him on Threads, but then I ditched Threads
Oh,
because Zuckerberg.
I could have read on. It says also known as Bill from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
There we go. He
Thank
was
you.
promoting the Musk events, and I said, also please let people know if they know anyone from Wisconsin to contact them and tell them to vote because Musk is interfering in the Supreme Court race.
Yeah.
And he retweeted me, or he reskeeted me, whatever it is. I know you hate that, so I'm just going to use it.
So he skeeted on you, yeah.
Yeah, on Blue Sky, and got me like a whole bunch of new followers.
That is, to put it not too kindly, excellent.
Yeah, it'd be
'Cause
excellent to each other.
Yeah, that is bodacious.
Mhm.
And Elon Musk says, "What a scumbag." He's from Bill and Ted, motherfucker.
He called Alex Winter a scumbag.
Yeah, it says there at the bottom there. What a scumbag. Yeah.
I think judge me by who hates me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I always say. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Promoters online, Hallmark's catalog. Omar says the Tesla takedown protests that aim to destroy Tesla in order to attack Musk are organized by Alex Winter, also known as Bill from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. And Elon says, what a scumbag for organizing the protest. In this post, no, people just really dislike you, Elon. May Musk, his mom, says people who are damaging Tesla cars, stores and charging stations are either paid for their criminal acts or believe the liberal media lies and should be tagged with I find artards. I'm beyond furious, she says, and Elon says it's organized.
Okay, but you could also have just had an abortion, and this wouldn't have been a problem.
So some lady on Blue Sky posted something about, I said something about Elon's mom, and then some horrible troll account which says it's probably run by Elon, put me, retweeted me, and now I'm being dogpiled and getting threatened. I'm like, stop posting on X.
Yeah.
If you're gonna go and try to troll Elon's mom, what you're gonna get is a bunch of fucking Nazis in your DMs, and no one's gonna protect you. Get off. Stop creating grok material. Don't feed his, don't drive his engagement with your free labor. Stop.
But the most important thing is that Musk should have aborted Elon.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was legal, but
Opportunity missed. Well, yeah, it doesn't have to be legal. Everyone's got access to a coat hanger.
ouch. No, bad, Kevin, bad.
Just saying.
People die from that, right?
In this case, would that have been bad?
I'm just gonna move on because again, I don't want to get in trouble.
Look, I'm just saying. I'm not saying.
Terms of service. Move on.
Christy, I'm not threatening anybody. I'm not threatening anybody. I'm just saying
I don't think anyone should die from an illegal abortion.
if she was pregnant with Elon Musk and she had died, and therefore he would have died in fetal form,
no one.
that would have been hilarious.
No one should.
It would have been very, very fucking funny.
I'm gonna stand my ground on this one. Go on.
Organized by radical left activists. So that's
Christy's gone
obviously
woke.
The line that he's taking
Clearly.
here, and he has definitely noticed. And Alex Winter says the dumbass is such a hardwired Nazi. He just starts arbitrarily stringing random names of Jewish people together. Keep it going, Tesla takedown, he says. So not fazed by what Elon's saying. And Alex says again, hey Elon, it's not George Soros taking you down. It's all you, bud, saying.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
True.
Yeah. Also, what I also want out of this now is for Alex Winter to have an Indian summer to his acting career because Elon Musk made him famous again. That would be funny.
Yeah, he definitely should get some more work. I think he does documentaries though.
As someone said,
Yeah.
he directs films as well. I don't know. He's
Ooh,
probably not
seeing-
doing too badly out of it all.
Yeah, I think he did. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up. I read he was quoted in Rolling Stone, and I'll see if I can pull up his IMDb and see what he's been up to. I think he did something on like technocrats taking over or something.
Okay. Fun fact: 2 of the 5 Jewish people Musk listed are deceased. Is that true? Fucking hell!
Moron.
What a cunt! What a cunt!
And Elon says thanks to the cops, Chicago Police Department, protecting the Tesla dealership. Look how many they've got there. And Elon says heartfelt thanks to everyone supporting Tesla despite many attacks against our stores and offices. So this is having an effect. The protest, he's definitely taking notice. It's becoming so big, and obviously it is affecting the stock.
Sure, Tesla is down 45%, but we can do better.
yes.
True, 100%. That's rookie
Yeah.
numbers. Rookie numbers. Let's go.
So he directed in 2015 Deep Web: The Untold Story of Bitcoin and the Silk Road. He in
Okay.
2017 did Trump's Lobby, Panama Papers.
How
yeah,
hasn't he
so
been killed then?
He's been in apparently. Oh, he's in 2020. He was in Bill and Ted Face the Music, and
Oh yeah, they did.
2025
Yeah, they did a second one, didn't they?
he's voicing someone in the Smurfs. So he's still.
Oh, nice. Oh, he's still going
Yep.
then, yeah. But like, if he's doing all of these documentaries on these things, how has he not been assassinated? Because the person who outed the Panama Papers, their car randomly exploded.
Oh yeah.
Hmm. Oh, I forgot this was the one I attached a car bomb to. Oh, never mind. I'm dead now. Brilliant.
Stock price, well, I think so. And it's been going down ever since he's been in
Oh, it's a
Washington,
third
as the
movie,
headline
sorry.
says, in Doge. Another video I've got coming up is about the problems he's been having in Washington with Marco Rubio. It even got into SNL this week. I'll be doing a video about that today. I'm doing 2 videos today, so have a look for that one. And let's get some comment from the community from past videos, recent. Sure, Tesla is down 45%, but we can do better. And you'll notice the number of likes on that, 568 at the
Yes,
time,
okay,
and that
yeah.
was a few
I'll
days
have
ago.
I'll have a little subscribe to this. I
And
reckon.
this comment, Trump,
Yeah.
Vance, and Elon have underestimated the power of the people.
Nice little
Okay,
wrap
I'm
up.
not. I'm not fucking listening to this guy much longer. Jesus Christ, he's going to drive me fucking mad.
By the way, just because CNBC now has a headline about Tesla slipping 14%
Well,
in
hang on.
one day.
Christo,
Yeah.
we've got an Australian to listen to first.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Okay.
Another one or the same one?
No, different one. So, how to teach an Australian to say no?
Okay.
How to teach an Australian to say no. Let's begin. Repeat after me. No.
No.
That is not correct. No, spelled N-O.
No.
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 That is actually spelled N-A-U-W-R-E-I-G-H.
No.
Say no.
No.
No. No.
No.
Wow. Everyone else in the world can say no and pronounce it correctly, but Australians are hopeless. Thank you so much for watching. How to teach an
Fuck yes.
Oh. Would you like a nice little fact?
Go on then.
The Tesla stock has fallen in price every single week since CEO Elon Musk went to Washington, D.C. to take on a major role in the second Trump
Good.
White House.
Good. Fuck him. Good.
Yeah, they've now wiped off $800 billion in their market cap.
Ooh. Oh, that's a spicy number.
Mm-hmm.
Oof. Ow. Yes. Did we want to do the legal eagle, or are you still cool on that?
No, I'm still cool on it, but I would like to take a little break if you want to chill for a minute.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can do that.
All right, BRB.
Yes. Hello there, everybody.
Happy Saturday!
I'm one of the few people whose birthday isn't today, apparently. Very popular birthday on the channel. But you can also give me money if you wanted to. It doesn't have to be a birthday thing, does it? It can be an any day thing. What the fuck am I talking about? Anyway, bits and subs and memberships and YouTube and the super chats and all of that shit. You might even give me a fucking heart attack if it's the YouTube thing. So, you know, that's available to you if you're interested in that sort of thing. You can do that. But, you know, you also don't have to do that. But you can. Hey!
Stop it. Get some help.
Hello, Wolf Glenn. Much love to you. Yes, thank you for resubscribing. As requested. Oh, I did literally request it. That is true. Who has a do it emote? Oh,
and I'm not cool on Legal Eagle. It's just I was very excited about getting your reactions to the Australian dude.
It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. No. Sorry. Okay. Anyway, Legal Eagle.
Legal? Is that Obama?
Legal.
Happy Saturday! Now send me a list of 5 things you did this week or you're fired. No, I'm not going to read all 4 million emails, but I'm so obsessed with efficiency that I'm going to cause millions of government employees to waste their entire workday trying to figure out 1, if you need to respond, and 2, what you can possibly say while not violating government secrecy laws or other ethical obligations. Yes, I'm a genius. On Saturday, February 22nd.
There would have been so many, millions of man hours wasted on meetings deciding, look, as he just said, whether anyone in the department should answer. If they should, I don't want to do this fucking kill me sideways, you cunt. Oh, sorry, I just got scared again. It sounds like it's right behind me, man. It fucking... Oh. What was I saying? Yeah, so whether they should respond, what are their legal obligations in terms of... I don't want to do this anymore! Are you taking the fucking piss?
They do it again?
Yeah. Fucking hell. Stop being generous, you cunts. Fucking hell. What do they have to release? What can't they release in terms of like private data and fucking government secrets and all that kind of shit? Think of all of the meetings in all of the departments, not just in Washington, because this is like a fucking field headquarters in Arizona or some shit as well, right? Just this is government efficiency, is it? Just like creating a new layer of unnecessary shit bureaucracy is efficient. Why not just get rid of all of the money they give to Tesla and then you don't need to cut anything? Fine. Surely that's enough, isn't it?
And the Office of Personnel Management, or OPM, sent an email to federal employees instructing them to respond with 5 things they accomplished last week, or else they would lose their jobs. When Musk bought Twitter for $44 billion, he sent a similar email to Twitter employees, demanding that they send him screenshots of their most salient lines of code.
Yeah, he does do this, doesn't he? Yeah. He's a fucking idiot.
He's not original. What did we just watch something that says he's not a genius because he has no flexibility. He just runs the same playbook over and over, which is to terrorize people into working ridiculously, probably illegal amounts of hours for him, and solving the problems he creates.
True. Thank you, XYZ, or Z, whatever. Have some money before Kendall takes it all. That's a deep cut. Yeah. Labour austerity. Brilliant. Thank you.
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Katie, who says, Goldbridge is a wank. That's a reference to the sound alert. I'm glad you both nearly fucking killed me for that. Thank you. I appreciate it, honestly. Oh... Fucking hell. Maybe I should just learn how to write code and work for Elon Musk instead.
That's so not no. I mean, code people are being replaced by AI now.
Maybe I should turn into AI then.
Yeah, that would be probably your best career option at this point.
Yeah, let's go.
Musk then fired thousands of them, leading to dozens of lawsuits, all of which he's lost so far, and a diminished user experience at Twitter, to put it lightly. And now that Elon Musk has purchased the US...
And didn't he literally fucking... do you remember he got into the thing for sacking a Icelandic disabled guy who was like a fucking hero?
Yes.
Fuck me. What a genius.
And then he tried to shame him publicly on Twitter and got clapped back on.
He's definitely going to take us to Mars. He's a genius, Krista.
Yeah.
US government for a much lower price, he got to work making America more miserable for everyone, but especially government employees. Now, Musk's ostensible mandate is to make things more productive and efficient, and what better way to do that than...
He doesn't have any mandate. If you mean his brief is to do that, yeah, he's been given that task. He has no fucking mandate for it.
Yeah, Americans aren't used to the idea of a brief because we don't have ministers in that way. I guess cabinet secretaries do have like directives from the president, but we don't use that phrase. It's a very good phrase, I think. I like it quite a lot, but it's underused in American
Christy likes
English.
briefs.
I do, mostly on the floor.
Ew.
My bedroom.
Nice.
By giving employees busy work and new bureaucratic puzzles to solve. It's not like they've got anything better to do, like, I don't know, making sure planes don't collide in midair, monitoring the transmission of avian flu to humans, and preventing people from dying while climbing the Grand Canyon.
Did you
That
hear
stuff
about the
can-
American oil tanker which ran into a ship which was a tanker? That happened in the North Sea today.
I did see that, yeah. There were two. Thank you for the donation, by the way. Yeah, there was 2 oil tankers that drove into each other in the North Sea.
God.
And I can't help but feel that given how polluted our water is, an oil spill might actually make it cleaner. I think just statistically, it will be like you're probably going to catch less from oil than whatever the fuck is in there right now. So I reckon just oil all of the sea. It would look metal as fuck as well. A black sea, literally. You know it makes sense.
The Black Sea. Got it.
No, well, I mean that's also a pun.
Because
but I mean,
oil is black, and yes.
Yeah.
And wait. Now name 5 things you did last week, losers. Now we still don't know all the repercussions of the email blast, but as you'll see, there's a very interesting legal twist. And it seems that the government's representations in court are finally coming back to bite them. And in fact, one lawsuit that was filed long before the email blast went out might be the reason that people don't get fired for ignoring it. And in another twist, the person who filed that lawsuit is someone that you've probably seen on this channel before. But let's take a step back. When Doge employees took over the Office of Personnel Management in January, they set up a new email system that let the OPM email all federal employees through a single distribution list. The new system was called the Government-Wide Email System, or I'm assuming it's called the GWIZ. It sends emails to federal employees through the email address hr@opm.com.
Fuck off! Sorry. Thank you, whoever the fuck this was. Rob R. We didn't even give a message. Prick.
Go. Now, I'm new to American
But thank you.
politics, so I assume that everyone on both sides of the aisle is totally cool with an unauthorized email server. But
Yes.
storing private and classified information on an unsecured server is a big security risk. And we don't know where the OPM server is physically located or who built the system, but it seems the system is now retaining information.
A 20-year-old Nazi from 4chan. That's who built it. That's his entire team. He's just got this team of Nazi ragamuffins.
About every employee of the U.S. executive branch. And it seems to be going far beyond federal
Yeah, so
employees.
he's got these like weird little incel henchmen who go about doing his business, you know? Like the Baker Street Irregulars, but evil.
Appears to be retaining information about every person with a .gov or .mil email, which is a much bigger set. And there's also evidence that employees of the judicial branch, including lifetime appointed...
The Pennsylvania Avenue Irregulars? It's a bit of a mouthful. You get the idea.
Yeah, too many syllables.
Yeah. We'll work it.
Federal judges are also getting the emails.
Did you know the executive branch does not have any authority over the judicial branch? Requiring judges to report on their activities is a violation of separation of powers. I didn't even realise they'd sent it to judges. Yeah, I assumed that wasn't the thing they would do. Yeah, that's bad.
Now, civil servants are worried that their personal information is not secure. They say, quote, standard email is not encrypted, and it is common practice among hackers, including hackers affiliated with hostile foreign services, to begin attempting to access a new US government device as soon as they learn of its deployment. Now, sure, that sounded like a big problem, but Elon Musk wasted no time in using the system to send an ultimatum to federal workers. On January 28th, OPM sent an email with the subject line "Fork in the Road" to roughly 2.3 million government employees. And as we talked about at the time, the email rolled out a deferred resignation program that really wasn't a resignation program, where people could stay on until September 30th working remotely with pay and benefits, but they still had to do their own jobs. And the email instructed employees to respond by February 6th. Now, it was easy to see Elon Musk's hand in this because he did the exact same thing when he purchased Twitter. Musk sent an email with his...
Except, of course, most of these have, like, union negotiated, stipulations in them that you can't just fire people for nothing.
I think they're called civil service laws.
Yes. Which is why, for instance, the ridiculous situation of having a government shutdown in America not only is just bad in general, but doesn't save a penny. In fact, it costs a lot of money. It's a very expensive thing to do because basically all of the people you lay off are still going to get paid. They just get paid once the government starts up again. And they then have all of the backlog of work they didn't do when it was shut down, which means more overtime, more expense. It's a fucking nightmare.
Yes. Can I just interrupt here?
Go for it.
To say an unrelated situation. I just saw a screenshot from the anonymous website, which I guess is, anyway, it says Operation Dreadnought. Oh, and its X is down. So the Republican Party, MAGA, Trump, and Musk are imbeciles who are drunk on power and get off on trampling others down. The American people are suffering for it. The world is suffering for it. Some of those are the worst people on the planet, hell-bent on destroying it and everyone on it. They lack morals, empathy, common decency, and any sense that we are a community. They are not kings. They do not speak for the people. They will be removed. We are anonymous. We are legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us.
Anonymous have gone woke.
So I don't know if they're technically behind it, but at least someone is claiming responsibility.
I don't want to be that guy, but like they do pull this like terrorism thing where there are some terrorist groups who will just say, yeah, we did it to everything. Yeah. Even when they obviously didn't have anything to do with it. So I don't trust it is them necessarily.
I'm just putting that yes. I'm going to say it's on the internet. Take with a grain of salt. See if
it must be true
triangulated. Yes.
It's on the internet. It's true.
I remember I was reading Thomas Friedman's book From Beirut to Jerusalem when I was an undergraduate. This is how long ago it was. And it sticks out in my mind that there was a reporter, I don't know if it was Thomas Friedman or somebody else who he was interviewing, and he talked about how he just called Yasser Arafat for reactions to things all the time.
As you do.
As you do, because in the Middle East, like when something happens, you call Yasser. Back in the day, you called Yasser Arafat because he led the PLO and he was the voice of the Palestinian people.
Yeah.
And he was in such habit of doing it that John Wayne died, so he called Yasser Arafat.
About John Wayne?
Yeah, for a reaction.
And he was like, well, I liked his early work, but I'll be honest with you, it became quite derivative after a while. Like, what do you mean? What the fuck do you mean you rang him about the death of John fucking Wayne?
I'll see if I can find that.
And he was like, well, I was negotiating a peace deal yesterday, so I have no idea about the fucking death of John Wayne. Leave me alone, you cunt. Anyway.
Subject line fork in the road and gave Twitter employees 24 hours to decide if they wanted to work for him or quit. And Musk eventually fired about half of Twitter's workforce. But as Elon Musk soon found out, sending an email...
Yeah, and then he had to rehire loads of them. Because he's a fucking idiot.
Oh, yeah, he just accidentally, fired everyone who was doing Ebola prevention.
Hilarious.
Oh, well.
Oh, well. Well, let's just hope that Ebola doesn't hit then, and then we'll be fine.
Yeah, I watched a good video that basically said, both Zuckerberg and Musk and too many Republicans take a business approach to government. Yeah. And when it comes to tech guys, they have their motto is move fast and break things. Yeah, on the assumption that if it's important, you can, like I said, the load-bearing wall, right? But the fact is, when you move fast and break things in government, people die. Yeah. Nobody fucking dies because Facebook goes down or an app doesn't work. People die because you cut off their medicine and they're starving children who are literally not getting food and will die because of you.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
Their cavalier and callous attitude toward mistakes is literally lethal.
Yeah, it's not. There's a reason that the government has never operated like a business before, and it worked. Why do you think? They genuinely do think they've reinvented the wheel every day.
Yeah, and people are like,
shit.
Oh, we have deficits. Everyone has fucking deficits.
Yep.
We've had deficits. I don't since ever. It was
you
fucking
can run
ever.
deficit. Yeah, you can. And
okay,
of course, it's always
that.
right-wingers who increase national debt anyway.
Yes,
always.
And that's exactly what they're going to do with these tax cuts. They don't give a fuck about deficits. They want to use deficits to destroy social programs.
Yeah, the UK's national debt before Margaret Thatcher was fucking tiny. I mean, literally, we could have repaid it. That sort of level. And then it went through the fucking roof. Because we're not taxing rich people anymore. Very simple.
Tesla is just teetering on the brink of dropping below 220. I've been watching it while we've been streaming.
Honestly, we can get it below 200, people. We can do this.
Sell. Like anyone in your chat owns Tesla stock.
No. If they did, they wouldn't be fucking welcome. No. Seriously, if you own Tesla stock, get the fuck out. You're not.
Unless you're shorting it, then go out.
Does that mean you technically own it?
No.
Isn't that you're just betting on it?
Yeah, when you short a stock, I have to remember you like buy, because when you long something, you obviously buy it and then you sell it at a higher price. And so I can't forget how shorting works, but basically your assumption is that it's going to go down, and that's how you're going to make your money.
I'm just saying you've got it working, short, eh?
Yeah, thank you. I have to now look this up. I forget the exact. I know what it does, but I forget how it works. How does it?
Everyone connected to the government is not the same as sending a company-wide email. Federal employees have civil service protections, and they filed several lawsuits challenging the legality of the deferred buyout program. And for more information about the fork in the road debacle, you can check out the video that we.
You borrow it and you sell it on the open market, and
Right.
then you plan to repurchase it later at a lower price.
Right.
So that's how it works. Sorry for the interruption.
I don't know. Just as long as Elon Musk gets poorer,
Yeah,
that's
fine.
what matters.
Good stuff.
We did with Liz Dye. But undeterred by lawsuits, on February 22nd, Elon Musk tweeted that, quote, consistent with President @real Donald Trump's instructions, all federal employees will shortly receive an email requesting to understand what they got done last week. Now, if it took you a second to parse whatever requesting to understand means, don't worry, it took me a second as well. I think what he meant to say is they'll get an email asking what people did last week. Now, 2 hours later, the OPM sent employees an email instructing them to respond with 5 things that they accomplished last week. Quote, please respond to this email with approximately 5 bullets of what you accomplished last week and CC your manager. Please don't send any classified information, links, or attachments. Deadline is this Monday at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, this was yet another email modeled on Musk's Twitter takeover. When Musk purchased Twitter, he told the employees...
Now, let that sink in. And by sink, I mean the price of all of the companies I have.
to, quote, email him a bullet point summary of what your code commits have achieved in the past approximately 6 months, along with up to 10 screenshots of the most salient lines of code. That email was a prelude to mass terminations. And federal employees were understandably confused. The email was from the random HR address rather than their supervisors. The email itself did not say what would happen if employees missed the 11:59 p.m. deadline. And in a contradictory fashion, Musk's tweet warned them that failure to respond will be taken as a resignation. So did they have to respond?
Which is not at all how that works when you have a pre-existing contract.
Or not? What happens if all of your work is classified? How are you supposed to summarize that? Well, apparently when you move fast and break things...
Yeah, the FBI agents just sent back redacted. Number 2, redacted. Number 3, redacted. Like, what?
That's easy.
What the fuck are you supposed to tell them?
Nobody knows what's going on. For example, quote, officials at the Departments of Defense, State, Homeland Security, and Energy told workers not to respond.
So
just
like the 3 biggest agencies went, just don't bother. Fuck them.
Fuck that guy.
And one of literally Kash Patel, like he's fucking Trump's biggest cockwasher, when don't answer. You just don't fucking bother answering that one, lads. And they didn't. And no one got fired. Okay.
No, yeah.
Okay, cool. So, like, even the Trump people know this was fucking rubbish. Literally, but just like everything, but in the neoliberal world, if you're rich enough, you can buy anything. He just purchased the federal government and is now playing with it like a toy.
Yeah, because it is a toy to him.
Yeah.
At the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency and the Federal Emergency Management Agency, which are both housed within DHS, told their employees to answer the email. Treasury, Veterans Affairs, Commerce, and Interior instructed their employees to respond, but warned them not to share any classified information. The Department of Health and Human Services, which is now run by a guy with a legal brainworm, had no idea. At first, supervisors told staff to reply, but just hours later, the agency backtracked. On the following Sunday night, HHS sent an email asking employees to pause response.
And RFK just sent a picture of himself with a decapitated whale.
Oh, I thought you were going to say bear, but no, that was a bear
that
cub.
also works.
Yeah.
Well, see, this is the thing. I think RFK had the same idea with the bears, but he got a bit too physical with the bear and killed it.
Let's get physical.
Like the big lad from Of Mice and Men who accidentally crushes the rabbits because he doesn't know his own strength.
Right.
That's what RFK did with the bear. He was like, you are friend-shaped, but unfortunately a bit softer than I'd expected, unfortunately. And then the bears went, never again. We're not interacting with the humans anymore. RFK did this.
We're done.
Responses pending additional guidance. And the HHS acting general counsel said, quote, I'll be candid with you. Having put in over 70 hours of work last week advancing administration's priorities, I was personally insulted to receive the below email. And according to the AP, he was concerned that some agency...
That's a mate. James from the internet has RFK animated brainworm emote, which is fucking amazing. I love that. Let's go.
Employees could not discuss their work because of attorney-client privilege. One day later, HHS sent a third email, quote,
literally, like, there are going to be thousands of people whose entire job cannot be legally described to people outside of the agency.
Mm-hmm.
But no, if you don't respond, you've resigned, even though you're the fucking head prosecutor for the state of Alabama or some shit.
Yep.
Fucking hell.
Like it's his fucking business.
There is no HHS expectation that HHS employees respond to OPM, and there is no impact to your employment with the agency if you choose not to respond. And HHS said that if anyone wanted to respond...
See, that you can't, it's not a business. It's not one organisation for a start-off. It's loads of different things that work on specific things. And these tech bros want to go in there and be a dictator. And that's not how it fucking works. Literally, they designed it this way. You're supposed to not have the opportunity as one human being to just tell everyone else what to fucking do. It's a democracy, cunts.
They should not identify other HHS employees they worked with, matters they are working on, or specific grants or contracts. Quote, assume that what you write will be read by malign foreign actors and tailor your response accordingly.
And he's referring to Elon Musk, I think.
Yeah.
100%. He's a malign foreign actor. Yeah.
Assume by malign foreign actors they mean President Donald Trump.
Oh.
Speaking of whom, President Trump, ever a beacon of clarity, insisted that federal workers were required to answer Elon's 5 things email.
What he's doing is saying, are you actually working? And then if you don't answer, like you're sort of semi-fired or you're fired.
Hang on, what? Hang on, you're semi-fired or you're fired? There's quite a big difference between those two things. Maybe, I mean, I get the impression you don't understand what the fuck is going on around you, you decrepit old fuck.
Nope.
Your brain has ceased to function.
Because a lot of people are not answering because they don't even exist.
But while Trump is...
A lot of people aren't answering because they don't exist.
Oh, it's fucking porridge. His brain is porridge.
It is.
It's just
like the floor is lava, but his brain, it's porridge.
Oh my God. They don't exist.
They're not on vacation or maternity or paternity leave or out sick.
See, this is their excuse for everything. I lost because dead people voted. Just, if the facts are against you, just claim everyone doesn't exist. In the land of alternative facts, you can just, this is made up people. Did you know there aren't even things called teachers? They're all fake. The kids just go and sit in a classroom and don't learn anything except they get taught how to be trans by the non-existent teachers.
Yeah, the transgender frogs, which are actually transgenic frogs, I think you told me.
They are,
that are
yes.
Yeah, because they're just such transphobes that they're afraid of the word trans.
Literally.
Oh, interestingly, words banned by the Trump administration for all departments include Black, Native American, but not white.
Well, clearly that woman in the fucking the Sam Seder bits were happy about it then, I guess. All the Nazis are loving it.
Dominant culture.
Yeah.
Dominant culture.
Fucking wankers.
Defending Elon's email, the OPM was contradicting him. OPM told federal employees that, quote, any employee response to the email is voluntary and that not responding will not be considered a resignation. Meanwhile, OPM's...
Because you can try and fire someone in that situation and then they can take you to industrial tribunal and sue you the arse off you. Yeah, why? Because you can't just fire people like that. That's not how it should work.
Director Charles Ezell was silent about whether employees who didn't respond had resigned. Ezell said, quote, agencies should review responses and evaluate non-responses, and that agency leaders, quote, may exclude personnel from this expectation at their discretion. Ezell put the pressure on supervisors to decide whether to fire people. Quote, agencies should consider any appropriate actions regarding employees who fail to respond to activity accomplishment requests. It is agency leadership's decision as to what actions are taken. But the Monday deadline came and went, and Musk fumed about it on Twitter. Quote, subject to the discretion of the president, they will be given another chance.
We're serious this time. This is your last chance.
No,
you
really.
do have to respond. Honest.
Double secret probation.
Exactly. Exactly. This is we double dare you. You have to respond.
Failure to respond a second time will result in termination.
Course
So
it
instead
will.
of clarity, we
Yeah.
got a whole bunch of chaos. However, a lawyer emerged to save the day. Now, if you're mishandling troves of government data and lying to the courts about it, you'll probably want a good lawyer. But if you want a great lawyer, let my law firm...
Shut the fuck up. Hang on.
Yeah, mid-roll ad.
You need the Eagle team. Now, back on February 5th, Kel McClanahan with the National Security Counselors filed a lawsuit accusing the OPM of setting up an unauthorized, insecure server to send mass emails without conducting a privacy impact statement as
emails!
Yes.
required by law. And additionally, you might have also heard of the illegal email server. Well, our friend and fellow attorney Kel McClanahan filed a lawsuit against OPM on behalf of government employees who received potentially illegal and unsecured emails from Elon Musk and his Doge team. The 7 plaintiffs are either employees or affiliates of various government agencies or organizations. They allege that OPM, working with Doge, set up an unauthorized server built by a commercial entity to conduct email blasts without providing a privacy impact assessment for it. The lawsuit asserts that OPM used the server to send several test emails to workers across the government, as well as the fork in the road emails, which offered deferred resignations to federal employees. Now, under the E-Government Act of 2002, federal agencies are required to complete a Privacy Impact Assessment, or PIA, before initiating any new collection of personally identifiable information, PII, using information technology. This assessment must evaluate what information is collected, why it is collected, how it is to be used, with whom it is to be shared, and how it will be secured. Additionally, agencies must ensure that the Chief Information Officer or an equivalent official reviews and signs off on it. The appropriate government official must make the PIA publicly available through their website, the Federal Register, or other means.
Is he wearing eyeliner now?
Oh, I would have to look more closely.
Or have I seen too many JD Vance face edits?
I think you
and
have.
I've got like fucking, I don't know, like it's just their
I think-
permanence now.
I think he just has very dense eyelashes.
Fair enough.
But here, the OPM allegedly did not conduct a PIA for the new email system and the server in question. McClanahan apparently discovered the issue when an OPM employee posted information to a union chat and someone circulated the message on Reddit. And the Reddit message warns of dire circumstances within OPM. Quote, an on-prem, on-site email server was set up. Someone literally walked into our building and plugged in an email server to our network to make it appear that emails were coming from OPM. It's been the one sending those various test messages you've all seen. We think they're building a massive email list of all federal employees to generate mass RIF.
So someone just walked in and did this?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's very safe.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's totally secure.
About her emails.
Yeah, awesome.
Reduction in force notices down.
Honestly, why do the Chinese bother with like trying to hack into systems? You could just walk into a federal agency and just take over or something. Just claim you with Doge. Be fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Road. The non-political civil servants here at OPM are watching helplessly as our government is being systematically dismantled bit by bit. Even the IGs are being fired to prevent them from investigating the numerous whistleblower complaints we filed. The message also discusses the resignation of OPM CIO Melvin Brown. The message said Brown, quote, was pushed aside just 1 week into his tenure because he refused to set up email lists to send out direct communications to all career civil servants. And the plaintiffs are concerned about the security of their PII being stored on an unknown server. They cited the infamous 2015 data hacks, which compromised the information of 21.5 million people, including sensitive data drawn from background checks. Quote, standard email is not encrypted, and it is common practice among hackers, including hackers affiliated with hostile foreign services, to begin attempting to access a new U.S. government device as soon as they learn of its deployment. Plaintiffs moved for a temporary injunction, declaring that the OPM's actions violate federal law, compelling the OPM to publish a legally sufficient PIA, and ordering the OPM to disgorge all improperly collected information. In response, the Trump administration opposed the TRO. They argued that the plaintiffs misunderstood the E-Government Act, and the government says that the act requires privacy impact assessments only for systems that deal with public information, whereas the OPM system only handles information related to federal employees. However, plaintiffs say that non-executive branch employees received some of the emails. For example, FedScoop reported that, quote, employees at the Library of Congress, which is a legislative branch agency, and thus outside the direct scope of the Trump administration's workforce actions, received a test email. The Trump administration denied that it was required to file a PIA, but filed one a mere hour before Kell's lawsuit went in front of.
Can you take over for just a second?
Yeah. So, just a FYI, Newsweek is reporting that a hacking group known as Dark Storm Team claimed responsibility for a DDoS attack on X today. The hackers formed as a pro-Palestinian collective in 2023 and have reportedly targeted government websites of NATO countries, Israel, and nations supporting Israel. Signs of a distributed denial of service DDoS attack includes suspicious traffic volumes or surges in traffic that cause a website or service to become slow or unavailable. And Musk, who is apparently, he said his team is tracing the source of the attack. Yeah, so that's another group. Again, I don't know if it was Anonymous claiming it or someone else was claiming it. Just say Anonymous did it. But, yep, someone else, this other group, what was it called again? Let me look here. Dark Storm Team claimed responsibility. I don't know, Elon just thinks he's untouchable. And when he messes with people's lives, his decisions are killing people. It's not just messing with people's lives. He's literally life or death on some of this U.S. aid stuff that he's so dismissive of. He's got to expect some blowback. And if he's going to disrupt other people's lives this badly, people are going to try to disrupt his life. So, and they can protest and they can use their free speech to tell people to not buy Teslas and to, I guess, not use vandalism, but use light sources to broadcast on Cybertrucks to make it socially unacceptable. And, I don't know. Sorry, I'm getting over a cold, you all, and I didn't mean to keep clearing my throat, but the more I talk. So anyway, well, let's have a little look-see as to what's going on in the chat, because that's always a good way to fill time. Oh, Wayward Historian is a bunch of dancing kitties. Hello, hello, hello. Kind of edgy name, but good on them. Yeah, absolutely. And Kevin's bot's doing it. They prevented already a site HIV meds being handed out to people right as they were being ready to hand it out. Yeah, I saw that. Doctors had dying children in front of them when they were told to like down tools or whatever, and they decided to save the kids instead of listening. So it's really frustrating. Yeah, so I hope he's annoyed. I mean, he's really had it bad. It's so good. It's so nice to see. It just kind of lifts my spirits to see his rocket blow up. Like, that's going to cost, maybe it's going to cost the taxpayers money, not him, because we're the ones funding his crappy program. And his little baby Twitter site not being able to post. Oh, he's going to be jonesing for that. That's going to drive him crazy. But of course, his wealth is really tied to Tesla. And let's just check on the Tesla price while we're here. Like I said, it almost broke $220, but not quite. I think the stock market is closed because the price hasn't moved now for a couple minutes. So I think it must be past New York. It must be closing time in New York. Ended up at down $40.52. That's a fall. That's a 15.43% on the day. It's got to be one of the worst performing stocks. And he started, I think that's now down 50% for the year, because I think his peak was Tesla at its peak. Let me just go from day here to month. It would just be easier to measure. It was at 489. Oh yeah. And now it's at 222. So the price has fallen more by half. Every week since he's gone into the White House, it's gone down. That's absolutely fantastic. So what else we got in the chat here? Listening while you play a game. Oh, that's cool, Pasta. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for stopping by. I don't know if Sib's here too, just listening quietly, but also hi to Sibby. People will get pissed off and push back. Yeah, and the thing is, it's easy to lose a customer. I mean, once people have a bad taste in their mouth about your product and they have other options, why would they pick you? It's just, they're like, ugh, no. It's people make choices very emotionally and quickly. Oh, and that first thing, like when it comes down to maybe which between 3 cars they want to buy, they might think very deeply about that. But if they don't like your brand, or they don't want to be associated with your brand, even if they don't necessarily have an opinion on Elon Musk because they're not very political and they're not clued in, just knowing that buying a Tesla will get them all kinds of shit that they're not looking for is automatically. So all these people, I watch these copium. You're back, right, Kevin?
I am back.
Watching these copium Tesla channels, and they're like, oh, when the Optimus robot rolls out, oh, when full self-driving, and they're so used to Elon blowing smoke and more people jumping into his basically Ponzi scheme, because it's not a car company anymore. He's made one truck in 5 years.
True.
It's he's riding on the talent of the people that he stole the company from,
Basically,
not from his own designs or anything.
And it's such a shame that Nikola Tesla's name is now associated with this gobshite.
Yeah, it's really a tragedy.
An actual genius having his name smeared with this rank evil. Anyway.
I just also hope that Trump is getting a whole bunch of shit. You know, he had all those rich people down in Mar-a-Lago promising, I'm going to lower your taxes. We're all going to make a lot of money. First thing he does. I was also having a bit of debate in a group. Doesn't really matter. But they're like, oh, everything is overpriced. We need a recession. I'm like, yeah, I don't remember Trump running on promising to have a recession. That was not what he promised us when he ran for office. Don't worry, everyone. I'm going to wreck the economy. We're going to have quarter upon quarter of contraction rather than growth. You're going to lose your job. But you know what? Prices will come down because there'll be no one who can afford stuff.
Yeah.
Congratulations. I fixed it.
Yes. And then you'll still have the Trump dick riders who'll be like, no, I voted for a recession. Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I voted for.
Of a judge. So we thought we'd ask Kel McClanahan directly.
Hello, Carl
So,
McClanahan.
Kel, what happened?
So what happened was that we were overtaken by events. As
that shirt is fabulous.
You like that?
I do like that.
Do you have one like that?
No, I couldn't pull that off.
Okay.
I'm not as deliciously camp as this man.
often is the case when dealing with these Trump actions, where we had filed a case when all we knew about the server was that it was sending out test emails. It was before they even sent out that fork in the road email. And then we filed a TRO a week later based on everything new we had learned about the system and said you need to shut it down until they do a PIA. Then, as you say, the day of their opposition to the TRO.
They have to do a P in Iowa.
I don't know. Yeah, all these
PIA,
acronyms.
PIA.
Yeah. Oh.
No, because IA is the Iowa.
I know, but it just sounded like with all the E-I-E-I-O.
And on that farm, he fucked a pig. E-I-E-I-O.
Come on,
Bro,
leave David
they
Cameron
said,
out of this.
Here's a shiny
Hey-o.
PIA that we just did. It's moot now, right? The judge said, well, you didn't say in your TRO motion or even in your complaint that they had to file a proper PIA. You just said they have to file a PIA.
So they just wrote the word PIA on a piece of paper and went, there you go. Doesn't say it has to be an effective one.
Oh, I didn't say you have to follow the law. You have to follow a law.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So I'm going to hold that this motion that you have filed is moot because they filed a PIA. However, if you want to argue that they filed a POS PIA, then you need to amend your complaint and file a new TRO. Do that tomorrow. And so we did that last night.
Now, the government alleges that the PIA requirement doesn't apply here. What do you say to that?
This is, first of all, just factually irrelevant and inaccurate. They did not collect information from just federal government employees. And that doesn't matter for whether or not you define federal government to be just the executive branch or the government as a whole. They collected it from everyone with a .gov or .mil address, which is more than just federal government employees. So it's just wrong. It doesn't apply. Number two is that prior to last year, the OMB guidance would have been entitled to, let's call it deference, perhaps even Chevron deference. And a whole bunch of people went and sued on behalf of Republicans everywhere to get rid of Chevron deference and say that judges can make...
I want to hear, what's the character that says sucker in succotash?
Oh, Sylvester.
Sylvester the cat. I want to hear him say that. Chevron deference. Ah! Why is my mouth shite?
Decisions about whether or not they believe a law requires something, regardless of what the agency guidance on that says. And now they're turning around and saying, well, this agency guidance says that this does not apply. Therefore, ta-da, I've got one weird trick. And that's nice. You're not entitled to Chevron deference anymore because you caught the car and you won that argument in Loper Bright. And it's up to the judge to decide if this applies to collections of information about people besides federal government employees. But then again, he might not because, as I said before, it's not just limited to federal government employees. And so this just falls flat.
What about the emails to the Library of Congress? Could they be construed as members of the public?
Well, they can. And they can also potentially be construed as federal government employees, depending on how you want to parse federal government. But even then, it doesn't matter, because we know that legislative branch employees got this email. Judge Moss said in the hearing on Thursday that he got the email. And we've had one.
So it's just the fucking tea lady got one, and the fucking everyone got one.
Yeah.
The Supreme Court got one. If you've ever looked at a government building, you got one. Like, what?
Wide reporting that judicial branch employees got the email, and I have clients who are contractors who got the email. And so even if you say that federal government employees applies to everyone in every branch of government, it does not apply to the contractors. It does not apply to the state of California employee, who is one of my clients, who got the email because she was in a program that partnered with a government agency. And so that's why she had it.
Literally state employees again as well.
Just spam it out.
Just send everyone. Yeah, fucking babies, dead people, pigeons, everyone. Everyone gets an email.
Gov email address. It just is an irrelevant point. These are a lot of arguments that are nitpicking based on the assertion that it only collected information about executive branch employees or maybe larger government employees. But once you knock that down, the whole house of cards falls.
Am I curious? Yes.
And what do we know about the OPM's PIA issued on February 5th?
All we know for sure is that it was done sometime between January 22nd, which was the day that Greg Hogan, the signatory, took over as chief information officer, because we know that Melvin Brown, his predecessor, refused to allow the government-wide email system to happen. It was also done sometime before February 5th, or including February 5th, because that's the day they filed it in my case, where they dropped it at 10 o'clock in the morning when we were supposed to have a status conference at 11 o'clock in the morning. So, that's not suspicious at all. It is more likely that it was done after I filed my temporary restraining order motion, but we don't have evidence of that. But what we do know is that even if they started writing it when they started doing the system, that's still only 2 weeks. You don't do a PIA for a major information system in 2 weeks. You do a PIA in, at best, 2 months, because it's complicated. Okay, fun fact. The reason that the OPM hack happened in 2014 was because the Chinese were very, very methodical and very, very patient. And they found an access point where they were able to spoof coming from...
Whereas with this one, they thought, it's too easy. We don't need your fucking charity. Make a proper system, otherwise it's not worth our spies bothering.
Yeah.
That's how fucking easy this is.
OPMsecurity.org, which fooled the system into thinking they were part of OPM. Then they sat there, and they sat there until they saw an opening, and then they stuck a person in there who could log in and be recognized by the system as an authorized individual. The system thought that that person was need to know as far as the access goes. So the fact that they are saying this system can only be accessed by people with the need to know is predicated on the idea that the only way to access the computer is by walking up to it and sitting down in front of it and typing into it. However, that is not how things work in cybersecurity, and even the net got that right. And so as long as they are sitting out here with this server with all of this information on it, the server doesn't know if you're sitting down in front of it or you're accessing it remotely. I guarantee you that some of these guys are accessing it remotely. And so...
Yeah, of course they are.
What are we supposed to draw from this? What are we supposed to conclude?
That the Chinese are laughing their bollocks off?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Conclude by the fact that our security measures are, we make sure people can't get into the room where it's sitting connected to the entire network.
Yeah,
What do we know about...
but it's like the internet. You have to go to internet land, otherwise you can't hack into anything. That's how it works. It's a physical thing, isn't it? It's like a series of tubes, if you will.
Pneumatic tubes.
Yeah, a little deep cut for you there.
about exactly when this PIA was done.
PIAs take a long time to work on because they are important. And in fact, the law requires that...
Did you know Section 208 of the E-Government Act of 2000... Oh, we already read this. That was already read.
The complexity of a system be commensurate with the complexity of the PIA. And when you have something like a major information system, as the law defines it, you have to be even more specific. So when you have that, and you look at the other PIAs that even just OPM has promulgated for its other systems, one of which is actually the Microsoft Office 365 information system that they use for all their communicating. You see, these are very specific requirements, and these are very specific answers. They say who is doing what, why we decided on doing this, what security measures were considered, what we thought after we did the PIA, how we adjusted the way we used the system, et cetera, et cetera. Then you have this PIA. And this PIA, I want to make clear, I call a PIA so that every answer doesn't have to go with this document that purports to be a PIA. This is not a PIA. This is, as someone said a couple days ago, a restaurant menu with PIA written across the top of it. It says things like, we don't need to do this because we are being very secure. How is the data being protected? It's being protected by protective measures. It does not give answers to any of the questions. Some of the stuff it says is factually just wrong, like we only collect information about government employees. Some of the information is extraordinarily misleading, and even if you accept that everything in it is truthful, it's still woefully legally insufficient.
Thanks for coming on, Kel, as always. And if you'd like to support the work that the National Security Counselors is doing, we'll leave...
Wow, 20-year-old fucking fascist bloggers.
Big balls.
Old fucking big balls. It turns out he's not a great administrator. Who would have thunk it? Turns out just being an incel on 4chan...
That was willing to suck up to Elon Musk.
Yeah, doesn't prepare you for the job of running the federal government of the largest economy on Earth. Crazy, I know. Mad, isn't it, that? Who'd have thought it?
Leave a link for that down in the description. They receive a lot of their funding through private donation, and their work is more necessary now than it ever has been. Now, it seems that in response to the suit, OPM tried to conduct a privacy impact statement for the GWiz email system. The privacy impact assessment stressed that participation in the system was actually voluntary. Section 4.2 says, quote, the employee response data is explicitly voluntary. The individual federal government employees can opt out simply by not responding to the email.
So even their own thing is like, no, it is voluntary. You don't have to respond to this at all, actually. You fucking cunts, man. Yeah. You pointless wankers. Again,
so weak.
He's just a loser. Elon Musk is just a fucking freak who doesn't really know what he's doing. He's just a rich boy who's raised in a rich boy world.
Yep. He's used to being obeyed and to having unquestionable power. And now he's in a place where he's not top dog. He doesn't have all the power and he's being humiliated.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Email. And OPM acknowledges that some employees might not realize they aren't required to respond to these government emails. So the PIA concludes this risk can be mitigated, quote, by ensuring that any email sent using GWiz is clear by explicitly stating that the response is voluntary and by including specific instructions for response. Which is super weird because none of that language was ever included in any of these emails. But the OPM argued that the PIA mooted the case, quote, because the agency has in fact published a PIA despite it not being required to do so, this case is moot and plaintiffs cannot establish irreparable harm. Problem solved? Well, that response convinced the judge to deny plaintiffs' motion for a temporary restraining order, but forcing the OPM to publish a PIA wound up accomplishing quite a bit actually because the OPM told the court that employees did not have to respond to these mass emails. OPM claimed that the government workers who had received emails from the email system had limited privacy protections, but OPM sent emails to people who were not within its jurisdiction, the executive branch. The 5 Things email even went out to some federal judges who obviously work for the judiciary and can't be fired by OPM. And according to an email from the director of the Department of Administrative Services for U.S. federal courts, quote, we understand that some judges and judiciary staff have received an email from HR@opm.gov Please be advised that this email did not originate from the judiciary or the administrative office, and we suggest that no action be taken. So if any of these employees responded, they might now have standing to sue along with their executive branch counterparts. And since the emails went out to so many people who were not executive employees...
Well, I do hope some of the judges that got those get Elon Musk's next fucking case. And decide that, you know, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, motherfucker.
Plaintiffs filed an amended complaint expanding the proposed class to everyone with a government email address. And Kel has now moved for Rule 11 sanctions against the government. Under Rule 11C2, lawyers must give the opposing side 21 days to correct the offending conduct. And he asked the court to shorten the safe harbor period to just 5 days in the judge agreed, so the motion is now on the public docket. And plaintiffs say that OPM submitted false evidence to the court in an attempt to avoid a temporary restraining order. And the PIA asserts that the GWiz system only collected voluntary responses from federal employees, and the PIA reiterated this claim 5 times.
Except, of course, literally the head of your supposed government department said it wasn't voluntary. And you would be fucking fired.
Yes, you threatened everyone with immediate obedience, like drop everything you're doing.
Yeah, that's kind of whack.
However, as we just discussed, the system was actually used to gather responses from non-executive branch employees, including judiciary staff. Guidance from the president and some agencies indicated that responding was mandatory, and the court relied on this inaccurate information when denying the initial TRO. So according to the plaintiffs, quote, both of these actions demonstrate a clear lack of candor to the tribunal, and OPM and its counsel should be sanctioned for unreasonably multiplying the proceedings and violating the integrity of the court's process by entering statements into evidence which were known to be false and then citing them uncritically to the court to convince the court that OPM...
Yeah, there should be fucking ramifications for lying. Yes, there should be.
OPM's actions were legal and that plaintiffs were not at risk of imminent harm. Now, in the wake of President Trump's executive orders, there have been a deluge of federal lawsuits that have been filed. I think over 100 at this point. But I believe that this is the first time any of the plaintiffs' lawyers have sought sanctions against the government. But given the representations that the government is making in court, I doubt this will be the last motion for sanctions. And here the motion cites 3 legal authorities for imposing sanctions. Rule 11 requires attorneys to ensure that filings are factually and legally supported and not presented for improper purposes such as harassment or delay. Plaintiffs argue that, quote, OPM and its counsel intentionally, unreasonably, vexatiously, and in bad faith entered a document containing false information into evidence and argued that the court should rely on the statements made in that document. Plaintiffs twice asked the court to grant a temporary restraining order, and both times OPM lawyers asserted the issue was moot because of the PIA. So this undoubtedly added expense and time to the litigation. And as plaintiffs point out, quote, OPM convinced this court to deny plaintiffs' first request for a TRO, force the parties to brief a second motion for a TRO, and are forcing plaintiffs to respond to a motion to dismiss, which is largely predicated on the fact that the invalid and inaccurate GWiz PIA is in the record. Plaintiffs argue that because OPM and his counsel knowingly submitted false evidence, misleading the court and prolonging the proceedings, the court should strike the PIA from the record, prohibit OPM from relying on the PIA at this stage in the litigation, order OPM's lawyers to file sworn statements regarding how much they actually know about OPM's representations, and grant the plaintiffs any other relief that would deter OPM from repeating the conduct. Now, the court hasn't ruled on this motion yet, but on Friday night, OPM updated the PIA, sent out another round of emails, and issued more conflicting guidance. It really does feel like Groundhog Day because the Department of Government Efficiency is making everyone do the same thing over and over and over again. But the updated PIA says that responding to the email system is voluntary, but, quote, the consequences for failure to provide the requested information will vary depending on the particular email at issue.
I do start to slightly glaze over with legal stuff.
Yeah, I get that, because there's not a whole lot. You have to, like, sit here and just be, have the information flow at your head. And there's not a lot of chances to pause in there when they're doing really detailed legal
Difficult
stuff.
to do dick jokes as well.
Yeah, quite.
Anyway, I was thinking about bears.
OPM and the agencies then sent a second version of the 5 Things email. The subject line was, "What did you do last week, part 2? The email directed employees to file a weekly response summarizing what they accomplished. Now, some employees received this email from their agencies, which could be a different strategy to moot the case, because there's probably nothing wrong with asking an employee to respond by email to their direct supervisor. However, some employees still receive the email directly from OPM, and OPM made the situation more confusing by telling agency leaders they should send a copy of their response to OPM, and OPM didn't say what the agency planned to do with these emails. OPM did say, quote, agencies should review responses and evaluate non-responses. And once again, agencies are taking different approaches. This time around, the State Department told its employees they did not have to respond to the email, but the Defense Department said all civilians must respond to emails from Pete Hegseth within 48 hours. And over at DHS, employees were directed to send their responses
Well, let's
to
hope Pete Hegseth is sober for long enough to actually read any of them.
email address at DHS. And once again, Elon Musk issued directives from his Twitter account, quote, "The president has made it clear that this is mandatory for the executive branch. Anyone working on classified or other sensitive matters is
Really? Because you said in that document that it definitely wasn't mandatory. Interesting.
still required to respond if they receive the email, but can simply reply that their work is sensitive. So responding is mandatory or discretionary, and the consequences are dire or non-existent. But with respect to the OPM lawsuit, the plaintiffs took a loss when the government denied the motion for TRO, but they at least forced OPM to cough up a document that lawyers all over the country will now use against them. And while we don't have a permanent resolution in this particular case yet, the lesson here is that it's good to make the government go on record about what it's doing.
Yeah.
And as for what OPM will do with the
This is how light gets actually shone in the darkness.
Exactly. Like, look, if your government should always be transparent.
Yeah.
Because it's your fucking government. I mean, unless it's like, like national secrets and stuff that, will get people killed. But if it's day-to-day stuff, yeah, 100% they should be transparent. Freedom of Information Act should be default. I think we should all have Florida sunshine laws. I want to see the body cam footage from every state, I want to see interview video from every state, the way that they do in Florida, because I think it's good that that people, when they go into those rooms, if they know that they're on record, the cops and the people who are just civilians forget they're being recorded, but they know that what they're doing is going to be put out in the public. Yeah, it's going to be have an effect on moderating their behavior.
Yep.
That was the whole point of body cams on cops, is because to make sure that they know they're being recorded.
Indeed so.
And if they're doing nothing wrong, it's not a problem.
Yeah.
And
the humor website McSweeney's predicted that the government...
Speak completely.
Oh, really? Is it a little bit annoying when you hit play and then someone starts to talk again?
Dickhead. No, what were you fucking saying?
I was going to say that also when you have spontaneous, declarations, or you actually catch someone doing something illegal on your body cam, well, then it's not just, you don't have to trust a cop. You can look at the video.
Yeah.
Government will, quote, feed them to an AI which will flag any forbidden words like diversity and women, so it can eventually be read by a racist Doge bro. And what do you know? NBC News has just reported that Doge will use AI to review all the responses.
What a
now,
surprise.
OPM's blatant disregard for privacy and the need to protect people's personal data is just the tip of the iceberg. Leaks and data hacks are happening all the time, and when your private data gets compromised, it gets sold and resold all around the world by data brokers. Luckily, there are people out there who...
Fuck off. Anyway.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. Are we done?
I think so. Yeah, that was plenty. We got some Schadenfreude in.
We
got
did.
to watch Elon Musk lose billions of dollars while we streamed. That's always enjoyable.
That is good. And I made billions.
In your mind.
Christy, with you, any time spent is worth billions.
Aww.
See what I did there? See what I did?
Yeah.
That's called Riz. Yeah?
The cutest video on Insta is some guy who enjoys teaching young kids. I don't know why, because I find them very annoying. But anyway, that's not the point of the video. He was trying to help this, 6 or 7 year old with division. And he goes, well, tell you what, there's a video call between the two of them. You really only see the instructor and he's not a normal classroom instructor. I think he's like an influencer, a math influencer, because they have an influencer for every subject, I think, these days. But the whole point of it was the kid was trying to learn division. He was really struggling. He's like, well, do you know multiplication? Okay, well then, say 55. What do you multiply with 5 to get 55? He's like, 11. Okay, so what's 55 divided by 5? 11. Right, that's right. Okay, so let's do another one. Right, and he does a couple of them, and he goes, and then at the end, the little boy goes, "Woohoo! I'm gonna get girls with my math riz."
No. No, you are not.
It was so cute. I'm not a fan of younger children, and I just thought my heart melted. That was so funny and cute.
It is cute, but also
my math riz.
But also that I hope, sometimes tough love is necessary, and that teacher needs to say, look, if you're after pussy, mate, mathematics is not necessarily the way to go. Learn to play the guitar or some shit. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, unless you want to attract a girl who's into math nerds, that's a special kind of person, or a guy. I don't want to be heteronormative here.
Well, that kid was. Little prick. It's just this lovely kid who's learning stuff.
Yeah, who's excited that he can do division, and Kevin's got to be like, you're a dick.
Yeah, well, because the thing is, all of my hope for the future and love for humanity is dead. So whenever I see it in others, I need to stamp it out in order to make myself feel less bad about the world.
Oh, enjoy.
Join us next week. No, join us Friday if you're around. Are you around Friday?
Yeah, I'm around Friday. I'll be here
Good.
Friday. I'm back to my normal, regular scheduled programming now, which is just day in, day out, grinding it. I mean, I love my job, so I am super, super.
Christy likes grinding on it. Yeah.
Yes.
Fact. Okay, who's going on YouTube's?
Yeah, good question.
Turn left. I'll send you over to Turn Left. Although they're
That
probably
sounds
about to
good.
wrap up, but whatever. There you go. And who is going?
Good night.
What?
Sorry, I just saw something. I guess I'll just describe it to you.
Go for it.
All right. So it's from on Insta, the London Economic,
Okay.
and it says you have a Tesla thing in near Birmingham apparently.
We do. Yeah, it got vandalised the other day. Yeah.
Do you know what it got vandalized with?
Is that the tiny dick energy?
Yeah, now powered with 100% small dick energy.
Yeah, I know, because I had that as one of my intro bits.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. I just saw the video of it.
I was very proud. I was honestly, my civic pride has rarely been higher. I like it. I like it. Yes. Anyway, I'm going to send everyone over to LexiBat. Who is a good person? Go and check them out.
How yourself are you, Kevin?
I am absolutely fucking flagging. Okay. Go and say hello to Lexi. He is cool. Lexi, is it 2 eyes? I think. There we go. Yes, and I will see you all possibly tomorrow. I think, although there might be football. I'm not sure. I might be on early or late or not at all. I don't fucking know. So you got anything going up on your channel, Christy?
No, we had some D&D last week. We'll have some more D&D in the week coming up.
Cool beans.
I know. Yeah, I'm hoping to get back. I've been a lot of my mental energy. I now run 4 D&D games. Yeah, no, 3 D&D games. I can't remember.
Did I ask for your fucking life story?
Yeah, so I'm gonna be cutting back though. So maybe 2026 will be my return to video.
Well, it would appear I definitely must have.
All right, you ready to go? Say the thing.
I'm only playing. No, did you have anything else to say?
No, that was it.
Okay. It's goodbye from me and goodbye from Chris. Say goodbye, Krista. Bye-bye.